Arca Bulls family, hello. Throw some A's in the chat, family. Please throw some A's in the chat if you can hear Arca streaming live. My goodness, you guys, have we had such an interesting day today. Price action going up, price action going down. We don't even know where to go anymore. Throw some A's in the chat. Throw some A's in the chat. Let me make sure that you guys can hear me. Let me make sure that we are streaming to the worldwide. What is up, family? Thank you so much for stopping by, everybody. My moderators in here, I love you guys. I love you for helping me, man. Thank you so much. Cal L throwing the Orca in the chat. Samantha, how you doing? Hound, I saw you up in there, man. DJ, what up, buddy? The Big Death. Daryl, what's up? Leroy Jenkins coming back in. You said only 3.74K subscribers. Man, I don't know how it got there, but I have a feeling that it's been through the help of some very nice people out there, man. Frank being one of them, of course. He stepped into the chat. Thank you for stopping by, Frank. Love you, buddy. Leroy, man, I appreciate you coming back, man. So you took a break and you came back right into the Arca stream. I love it. Oh my goodness, you guys. Yeah, so I can't tell you, man, that the price action today was just so emotional. I promise you, man, that the shills came out tonight after all this price action. It's just such a huge mess, man. But I promise you, I'm trying my best. I'm trying to answer the questions as best I can and all of the concerns and stuff. But you know, when those red candles start printing in, Arca becomes the biggest enemy. So, Miss L, are you really who I think you are, Mrs. L? Oh my goodness, Daryl Valentine, man, thanks so much for stopping by. You guys, Ziggy, what's up, man? Thank you so much for stopping by. B coming through with a very nice super chat, man. Thank you so much for that. So, you want to take a look at ticker symbol nrbo and fwbi. Absolutely, man. So what can you tell me about those tickers? Are they something that you're long? Are you trying to see if it's a short squeeze play, or what is the deal with those, my dude? I would love to know. Miss L, thank you so much. Oh God, I can't tell. I don't know where I'd be without Cal. Like, Cal is seriously he's my man. He's really one of those like super important smart guys that I never thought I would meet. You know, he's literally borderline my brother now. Him and I have shared some serious conversations, you know, including my son and including all kinds of like real life things, right? But I really appreciate you for stopping by, Kal-El, man. I know you got the power now to ban people. You guys, actually, this is a very cool moment because Cal actually messaged me in the morning saying it's time, my bro, and I was like, it's time for what? And I'm starting to look at his messages, right? And his messages say that, you know, pretty much I have to do this and I have to do that because the Discord has now reached above 1,000 members. Can you believe it, you guys? More than 1,000 members, which actually means that now the Discord is set to a discovery mode. Sorry, so which actually can bring in more traffic. I actually I subscribed to their partner program just today. I also subscribed to their I don't know what else, man. I just had to do a whole bunch of things. But yes, the Discord is now at over 1,000 people. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to Frank. Thanks to Cal. Thanks to Hound, Samantha. You guys, all of you being so thoughtful. I really appreciate where the community is growing to. I really appreciate what we're doing. I really do hope that we can provide more and more viable information, right, for all of us to understand how the markets are actually being traded or how they can be traded, right? Because things are crooked, things are weird, things go up and down. Please remember that the green bars don't always stay green, you guys. We do have pullbacks, we do have reversals, but that's how we play the markets, and that's why they exist, man. We have to feed off the emotion, feed off the liquidity, and feed off the price action, right, you guys? So if we combine just a little bit of math, a little bit of numbers here and there, then we'll for sure make some changes, right? So Leroy, I don't know, or sorry, who was the one who gave me the, oh, it was B. What's up, man? B. So yeah, tell me more about that. I don't know if you actually, so you said swing plays, right? Okay, I'm feeling it. So you said it's gonna be, I gotta go back to your thing, and so nrbo and fwbi will be the first tickers that we're gonna be evaluating, you guys. So if you do have any other tickers you have in mind, please name them below. We'll go ahead and evaluate them. We just want to take a few moments and you know, kind of settle into the chat as we just started this, get some more people into the chat so they can also, you know, benefit from the information presented right here, you guys. So let me just write in the notes real fast. It's going to be nrbo, all right? Let me see, nrbo, and also it's going to be fwbi. Okay, so very, very, very cool. I can't actually say that I've heard of those tickers just yet, but I know that that Miss L did he told you? Cal must have told you. Oh my goodness. Oh man, he's giving away the most embarrassing things. You know how, okay, so everybody posts up these tickers that they want me to evaluate, right? So you'll see it everywhere. You'll literally see like ATNF, you'll see COSM and this and that, and then Cal comes in here and just sneaks in the LMAO, right? And I'm like, all right, let me type in LMO. That's not a ticker. You guys take advantage of my, I don't know, I guess I can be a little gullible when when I'm in the zone or trying to evaluate these tickers, right? Because I want to make sure you guys have no idea. By the way, Miss L, thank you so much for your donation. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys. You guys mean so much to me, okay? And I really do hope that maybe one day we can all share dinner together, or maybe I can order you a Grubhub all the way from Los Angeles, California, wherever you may be, and you're gonna love it. My treat, right? Oh, you guys, Des, thank you so much for stopping by. So yes, giving away those silly stories of me falling into my gullible self, right? So LMAO was that ticker symbol that Cal wanted me to look at, right? So I almost typed it in, man. Leroy Jenkins, yes I am, man. I'm actually in Los Angeles, California. Well, it's actually West Palmdale, right? So it's the nice area of Palmdale. So luckily I'm not in the east side of things. So Leroy Jenkins says I was just there over Xmas at Universal Studios. Oh my goodness, I hope you had fun, man. I actually haven't been to Universal Studios in quite some time, but trust me when I do say that the last time I went, I actually visited that two rides in particular. It was the what was it? The Fast and the Furious one, right? That's one of them. And also I looked at the Jurassic World one. It was incredible. Like the screens were on both the left and the right side. Oh my goodness, man. Who can complain about things like that? It's so cool. So Leroy, I actually used to live near the Universal Studios area, North Hollywood in particular. That's where my parents reside. But I actually was able to, you know, back when life was a bit different, and back when your boy Arca had a job and and he didn't have a sick toddler, life was very much different, right? So I was able to acquire a property up in West Palmdale, right? Of which I almost lost. Man, jeez, guys, I can't tell you how much people do help, and I don't mean financially. Actually, it's more of the bank. They actually reached out to me and said, "Yo, you wanna keep the house, or what's going on?" I was like, "Yeah, I want to keep the house. I got a sick kid. I can't move out. What the hell's going on?" So they said, all right, we can work something out. We can make sure that you continue on your path in the house and not lose your property. So you guys, Arca household still maintains, and we have not lost the house, even if we haven't made the payments just yet. But hopefully we'll be making those payments soon, and they believe we are, and I believe we will. Oh my goodness, you guys, there's so much to celebrate about. There's so much. Yes, Zephram protecting me. There is definitely still a roof above Arca and the little boy and the kids. And actually, it's a very good time right now too, you guys, because I do have the in-laws staying at the house, which is very cool. I appreciate their stopping by. They actually live out of the country, so having family over for the holidays and all this is really touching times, right? I appreciate seeing all the sides of the family. So, yes. Banger says Arca has a wife, children, and a generator for his house, just in case the power goes out because we couldn't pay the bills. The generator is already acquired to the breakers. Oh my goodness! No, a banger. On a serious note, I actually have a. I wanted to buy a generator. I did want to buy a generator. That generator was actually $1,000, man. I couldn't afford a $1,000 generator. I was really trying to, I think it's called GFI Electric out here in California. So I was going to reach out to them and I wanted to see if they can connect a generator to some type of series, a series connection into my breaker box to see if it can, kind of fail safe in case the power does go out, right? So they said, yeah, it's actually possible. You can do that. Not a lot of people inquire about those things, but they did. They wanted to do that, and I said, well, I just don't have the money. So now I ended up getting a type of backup power system, but it's not and this was like 3 years ago for the studio where I'm talking from right now. So I added this backup power supply, but it's only a 9-minute power supply. So as soon as the power goes out in the entire house, that power supply maintains 9 minutes of power so that I can save whatever progress I have and potentially turn off all of the equipment safely. So at least we were able to do that, and I was able to save some money on that power. So that battery thing was, I think it was like around $140 a couple years back, or a few years back, on Amazon, and I can't tell you, man, how many times that has saved my progress, man. Because the music that you're listening to, for example, I'm a producer. I've been creating music for a long time, and I want to make sure that the gear doesn't die, but to save the house, that's literally what we can do here, right? To save the house, to save the Arca household, we have the studio gear to let go just in case. So, okay, chat. I'm so sorry. I was focusing on a little too much on just some chats over here, but let's go ahead and follow up to see what the people are saying. Okay, so. Yeah, banger, Kelly, getting weathered. Yeah, man, it's ridiculous out here. So I wanna be able to list a couple more tickers too, as I do see some requests coming in. Okay, so for example, man, it's a real shame that I don't see Mark Roach here, because I know Mark Roach wanted me to look at a ticker the last live stream, and if any of you know Mark Roach in a personal, manner, just reach out to the guy and say, Arca is summoning you. You are summoned. You are summoned into his office. For what? For a ticker evaluation. We're gonna start this ticker live soon, just as soon as we get a little more traffic in the chat, you guys. I really do appreciate everybody stopping by. I know it's a late night for a lot of you who are actually in the East Coast, and I know some of you stay up late just so you can watch Arca do his thing, right? I apologize for not going live yesterday, guys. I am working on the educational content for the Discord channel, and I want to make sure that I put the right amount of attention into that, right? Because that's essentially how I plan on actually showing you the true strategy behind what I do, and not in hopes for you to copy it. In fact, I'm not going to encourage you to copy the strategy. I would love for you to be inspired by the strategy of how I do things, and hopefully you can apply it to yours. Bang! man, and then the combination of that will literally make you guys unstoppable. Okay, you guys, I wanted to Mark Roach, you stepped into the chat. Mark Roach, what's up? Of course, my dude, I am definitely gonna do that for you. So we're gonna look at a couple first before we look at yours. So we're gonna do B at nrbo and fwbi. So then we're gonna follow up with Mark Roach, and we're gonna look at let's see. FWBI. Okay, so FWBI is definitely in the first one. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and X that out of you and put kprx. What do you have to say about kprx, Mark Roach? Are you losing money? Are you gaining money? So Kal-El coming through with the Arcademy. Yes, you guys. So there is a lot of content that I'm preparing right now for you guys, including some tutorial videos for the Crypstex ARC-Series indicators. Okay, so that we're gonna go in depth with this, okay, you guys, and particularly, I don't mean to shill this or whatever, but Michael Gutowski, what's up, man? What's up? Can we squeeze an ape today? Yes, we can, my bro. Yes, we can. I'll go ahead and put that right after. Let's see, right after Sparky. So that's gonna be ticker symbol ape. Okay, I know ape is and AMC are going through a tough time. All right, so. Lila, what is up with you? Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. You never answer my questions, but I will answer yours. Of course, we can do Kala. So we're looking at right now NRBO, FWBI, followed by KPRX, and then Lila, I'll put you right in there so that we could see. You said Kala, right? So I know a lot of people are in that ticker still. Please tell me that you're not bag holding. Please tell me that I can, if you do need some type of exit strategy or something, definitely let me know, because I can always help. You have no idea how many questions I get asked about things like that. Like, Arca, do you see an exit potential here? You know, I'm like bag holding or something. So we'll look at the ticker and we'll look at the relevant supports or resistances and stuff, and then plan a type of minimizing of risk. You know what I mean? Because that can be kind of a tough thing for a lot of people to swallow, right? I urge you guys not to take a bigger bite than what you can chew, okay? Which is usually what everyone does normally, okay? So I wanna also, after Lila, for ticker symbol KALA, we're gonna add Sparky for ATNF. I think he said that. I'm sorry, it's gonna be first ape and then Sparky was regarding that ATNF ticker. We did talk about that ticker about 2 days ago, right? So did it do what I was saying it was gonna do ever? I'm not even sure if it actually did, but it was ticker symbol ape, and I forgot who actually told me. Let me see back in the chat. I'm actually rewinding right now as we move. I want to make sure that we catch these requests as they come in. Oh my good, Abner Cruz, man, you're coming in way hot with the donation, my bro. Thank you so much. You can't leave it blank like that, my dude. Please let me know what I can do for you. Okay, please let me know if there's anything I can do. Joe H coming in the chat. Joe H, where you been, man? I missed you all day, bro. So yeah, of course we can look at rmed. What ended up happening, by the way, bro? Did it end up going up or down? From what I said prior, was it good? Was it a good call? Was it a bad call? Oh, my power lifter, what's up, man? Thank you so much for stopping by, my bro. Oh my goodness. So did I say it was gonna go up, and did it go up? I hope I didn't guide anybody the wrong way. Abner, please let me know, man. So the best ticker for tomorrow. Okay, so if I'm gonna be entirely honest with you, Abner, it is absolutely 100% CLNV, okay? I am not a financial advisor. Never take this as financial advice. Absolutely take it as entertainment, okay? You should be entertained when you're listening to Arca talk about tickers for tomorrow, okay? So think of these tickers as though it was a chess game tomorrow. But yes, Abner, if I'm gonna be entirely transparent with you, I have so much data you're looking at it right here, okay, in the screen. This I actually put this out about 2 or 3 days ago. I forgot exactly when I put it out though. It was upon the request of Frank. He said, can you take a look at CLNV, and I said, you know what, I did look at it about I don't know, a few weeks prior to that, and there was this already pending setup happening. And then once I looked at it, I'm like, whoa, okay, so there is a massive downside and a massive upside on this, and the data is favoring the bulls in this case. Okay, so and I'm talking about, yes, I am talking about tomorrow, but the thing is, to be very clear with you, Abner, I want you to understand that these are statistical variables, okay? So they're not actual certainties, because, you know, and everybody knows there's absolutely no certainties or no guarantees in the markets themselves, right? It really is a no-brainer there, but I am seeing multiple areas signals firing off for CLNV. Okay, first of all, this really stupid formation here that I hate calling. Everybody knows that I hate this cup and handle, man, but this the cup and handle has some serious confluence here. Okay, so if you take a trend line right from the very top of the cup, just like this here, and you draw it all the way to the bottom of the cup, that gives you the range or the objective for that price, right? So we apply it to the top of the handle, and then that implies or gives you this target of about 33 or 34 cents, which just so happens to land in confluence with that 3.618, which is a very important mean. Okay, my bro, and also just definitely know that the upside target of this broadening ascending wedge is also 33 cents. Important stuff right here, you guys. Very important things right here. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I want to see more people up in the chat so that we can get some more of this fine information out to everybody, you guys. I wanna express a different type of perspective to you guys, okay? So first of all, chat, let me know who said ticker symbol ape, because we're gonna go ahead and cover that right after Lila. But Abner, is that pretty much what you wanted me to answer for you, my bro? But I honestly do think that that the upside can continue, okay? But there are a lot of pullbacks and stuff, but this play in particular is something that I'm looking at more of a swing play than I am looking as a day trade, okay? But since there is so much upside thrust, there's no saying that, you can actually do this as just day trades and scalp the ranges as we make our ascent, right? Some people don't agree with that, some people do agree with that, but you know what I'm talking about. But yes, man, if I had to suggest anything based on that enormous and very thoughtful donation of yours, yes, we can see CLNV being a very beautiful play. All right, you guys, so don't take this as financial advice. In fact, do not gain any entry on these, because if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to lose all your money. Make sure not to lose all your money ever, you guys, okay? We don't want to FOMO into things. We don't want we definitely don't, okay? Oh, that's right. I definitely wanted to add ticker symbol RMED. I'll make sure to put it in for you, Joe H. So we are, okay, just to give you the list right now, you guys, we are looking at ticker symbol NRBO, FWBI, KPRX, Kala, APE, and we're going to be looking at the one for Joe H. Joe H said RMED recap. And then if we do have that time, I honestly think that we can touch on ATNF. The chat is getting pretty nice now, you guys. We are close to getting this chat started, okay? I'm sorry, the analysis started, but everything is looking good. Edwin Del Castillo saying Kala going to 100. Please let me know how that is possible, my friend. I'm actually asking for real. What are people saying about ticker symbol KALA? Because I know that our fine user, our fine member here, Lila, is in this ticker, or potentially will gain a long position, right? So are we looking at an upside tomorrow, tonight, next week? What are they going to say? Are they merging? Actually, on a real note, is it an acquisition or something? Because I don't, guys, I know a lot of you already know this about me, but I do not ever follow company specific catalysts, fundamental news. I don't usually use that, okay? I use behavioral and mathematical models to be able to gain an understanding of the market movement, okay? So a lot of the times when people tell me that, oh, Arca, what do you think about these 438% FTDs and stuff? I honestly, you know, half the time I don't understand that because I'm not really looking into those metrics. And a lot of the times people ask me, how are you able to tell without even noticing or taking into account the shorts or how many things are out on loan, right? And all these things. Well, behavior is historical. You know, we tend to be excited when we're going up, and then we get really mad when things are going down. So if I'm able to measure just the volatility and just momentum based on our behavior, then I'm able to pair that with things like formations, like these formations, okay, which are typical to bear markets, and actually show us that this is anxiety as its own separate variance, as its own component. You know what I mean? David Parr, man, are you talking crap about me, David? Do you hate me now? Are you telling me that Arca is now the enemy and nobody loves them? Bro, I have been dealing with so many people today telling me that I am like this huge shield, that I am the short seller. I am paid by this guy named Ham. Okay. Now I have heard so much about this guy Ham in the last day that I don't even know what to tell you anymore, man. Mark Roach, what did you tell me again? What do I need to look at? I know that I probably missed it right now, but I want to make sure that we look at those. You said kprx, right? And I said that ham and cheese, David's saying ham and cheese, ham and eggs. Guys, don't make me hungry right now. We got to look at these tickers, okay? We gotta concentrate. Zephram says ignore short interest, cost to borrow, and FTD to BS numbers oftentimes anyway. See, the thing is that Zephram, I honestly don't believe that it's like BS numbers. I honestly just don't think it plays into the short-term price action, because it never does. You know, we expect all these things to happen like right away, and they don't. You know, so the more and more we dive into the way that institutions and market makers and whoever else look at the chart and trade the chart, the better we'll understand that the fundamental metrics, aside from macro metrics or very, very specific news that can actually pressure shorts out of their positions, I need incredible information in order for me to believe that the fundamental is going to make that price action change. And not many people know that. Not many people know what to look for, and not many people know how to look for that. Okay, so when you do have that banger fundamental catalyst, yes, the price action will move, but who knows how to look for that? There's very few in between, you know what I mean? So take into heavy consideration who you're listening to for your fundamental metrics, okay? Definitely watch out for Frank Benedetto, because he has incredible information that you can benefit from, okay? And it's often posted, it's often talked about in his Twitter page, and I'm not saying this because the guy is helping me out. The guy is obviously helping me out because I'm not expressing anything but the truth, okay, you guys? So know that for a fact. And I wanted to give you guys, before we start this ticker, I actually wanted to give you guys a perspective that's very important for me to give to you, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and just dim this music and make it a little more serious here, okay? So when I want you to listen to the narrative, okay? So a lot of the times we hear about the short sellers, and we hear about these the shorts are coming in and they're doing these ladder attacks and stuff, okay? So a lot of those times, these short sellers are not necessarily like the over. I mean, I'm not gonna give them any credit, because yes, you know, obviously, the short sellers are just playing a game here. We're talking about playing a game, like if you would football or basketball. Okay, so if you're a really good player and you have a bunch of kids playing, you know, basketball, right? So if you're a really good player and you're playing with a friend, with a bunch of kids, you know, around you, you guys know how you're going to be able to manage the ball and throw it into the basket, right? Because you guys are good at playing basketball, but the kids, they don't really know how. Okay, so in between, you're going to get a lot of grain and stuff. So the knowledgeable or the older basketball player, like in this case, a teen versus like a 5-year-old, a bunch of 5-year-olds. So the two guys who are about 16, 15 years old, they make their baskets really nicely. You know, so those are good things to consider within the trade. Okay, so think of us in retail as all those little kids, and we're just playing with these teenagers who know how to play basketball real well. Okay, so they are shooting the hoop back and forth amongst each other, using us in between as that grain. You know what I mean? So now in the trade, we can use that as, think of it like this: maybe. And wait, line of all trades. If not, then okay. I thought you were talking to me, my bro. Sorry. So think of it like this, okay? The short sellers are looking at the longs, and they are looking at a formation happen just like this in CLNV, right? So the longs look right over here and say, you know what? We can start an ABCD strategy right here, and the shorts will know what we're playing, right? So we take it from X to A, and then right here at A, the short sellers know, and they come over to the longs, and they shake hands and say, okay, this is going to be the exchange, and we're going to use everybody who is a layman and doesn't know how to trade. We're going to use them as liquidity, and we're going to short this all the way down to here for the B of the ABCD strategy, right? So here, the longs come and shake hands with the shorts and say, okay, cool. So we're in this play, like, for sure. I'm happy that you agreed. Let's go ahead and take this, okay? So the longs exchange hands with the shorts right here, and then the longs take the long position all the way to take profit C. Here again, the shorts and the longs shake hands one more time, since they know the pattern that we're already forming. They know the psychology behind what's happening here. They're using these metrics as a way to hide their manipulation, quote unquote. Okay, so here you get the shake hands between the shorts and the longs again. The longs take profit using the liquidity from the laymen who don't know how to trade, and then the shorts take the reins and short it all the way down to here, making it appear as though it's some type of market manipulation when it's not. It's just a play. And I'm not saying that there's no market manipulation to the point to where it's so illegal that people really have to, I don't know. You know what I'm saying. I'm just saying that this is an agreement between shorts and longs, and using the people who don't know how to trade as that liquidity. Okay. So this type of price action is absolutely something that you should be aware of. Okay. Because if you don't know the rules of the trade, if you don't know the rules of the game, then you are going to be used as that liquidity when the shorts and the longs are shaking hands. So in this case, take a look at this. If you don't know the play, if you don't know what's happening exactly, then how are you able to tell that we're going to go down? You know, a lot of the times, this is how I'm able to tell you that, okay, we're very likely going to go down from this area, because this is a very typical play, you know? So the longs are also your enemy because the longs are going to take huge profits over here, and that's going to take away from your gain. You know what I mean? So in all seriousness, professional long traders and professional short traders are equally your enemy. So I think the better edge here is to really know the rules of the play, know the rules of the game, so that you come to the trade with a serious edge. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm doing right now in this very, very serious type of a situation or a conversation that I'm having with you is I just want to express this to you, because the short sellers are not the only ones who are blamed here. Okay, so it really is just a chess game, you know, and it's not, yes, it is between one person and another person, of course. I get it, but in this case, what the dispensables or the people who can be used as liquidity are us, is retail. You know what I mean? This is how real traders gain their edge. They can combine psychological metrics as this one right here, which can serve as its own variant. This is anxiety, whether it's descending, right angled, ascending, or yeah. Well, either of those variations can give you anxiety, and this is particular to a bear market. Okay, so you don't trade your bear markets the way you trade your bull markets. Obviously, I get that. But you got to know things that happen within bear markets that are specific. For example, these long wicks to the downside, like these right here, terminal shakeouts, springs, Wyckoff theory calls them. Okay, these types of things happen only in bear markets, or happen mostly in bear markets. They're known for that. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is that I'm trying to give you an insight to what I am going to be providing within the educational channels in Discords. Okay, so last night in the Discord I actually showed everybody a long position I took on BTC just for literally a short-term scalp. It was only about 5 minutes long, and I wanted to show how the ARC sniper works. Okay, so from the Crypstex indicators. Okay, so I'm slowly giving you guys some more insight as to how I really do the trade, aside from what I show in my videos, because on the videos I have to condense it to hopefully I can make it under 18 minutes because there's so much information, right? So in this case, I can show you guys a potential a way to start looking at the markets at a different way. To maybe look at it outside of the narrow. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to reword that. Maybe combine the way you look at the markets with your fundamental metrics, because that's usually where everybody starts, right? So look at the fundamental metrics that you take into consideration and combine it with Class A charting. You know what I mean? So that way you have an edge on both sides of the trade. If you combine your fundamentals with your charting and statistics and mathematics, guys, man, you understand, you would be unstoppable at your trades. I don't take any fundamental metrics under any consideration, because I don't it's just not in my belief that a lot of fundamentals play, okay? It's just because I'm short term as well. I'm not a long-term holder. So what I'm doing here is that I'm using just charting and stuff like this so that I can gain that edge and knowing the rules to the game, and then I can look at the short sellers and I'll be right up here. I'll be shaking hands with the short seller, knowing that he's gonna start borrowing shares right up here, so you can take profit all the way down here. Notice that this is an 8-hour chart, okay? So we're talking 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. This is days, guys. So it's gonna look like we got short attacked. It's going to look like there's FTDs. It's going to look like there's manipulation. It's going to look like there's this and there's that and there's this and there's that. But I promise you, if you talk to any professional trader, he'll tell you more than likely that it's not the FTDs. It's not the short sellers. It's your edge. It's not anything else other than your edge. Okay, so that's what I want to express to you guys, that yes, there is manipulation in the markets, but in order for us to succeed in the markets, we kind of need it. And it's weird to say that, and a lot of people don't accept what I'm saying, but we kind of need that manipulation to happen in order for us to shake hands with the shorts, and the shorts to shake hands with us, and then with them, and over and over and over till the day ends. Okay, so yes, banger, they all play mind games. That's absolutely right. It is true, and they play mind games. This is all psychological. They play it on laymen, the people who don't know how the trade goes. Okay, so if you're going to step in as a brand new person to a job and expect to run it, how are you going to run it if you don't know the people, if you don't know the process of the work, if you don't know if you don't know the processes of the work, how can you ever run that company being a new person? Stick Vicious coming in so hot in the chat, giving me a $20 donation. My friend, thank you so much for that donation. I can't express to you how thankful I am, my dude. I hope you got my message where I told you that I was literally talking about responding to your message, where I typed all this stuff, bro. And then I had to feed my child, and I came back and it was gone. And I was like, man, thank goodness I have all the time in the world to make that like huge sentimental thing. So I apologize, my dude. Anyway, you guys, so there is a good amount of people in the chat, and I absolutely appreciate everybody for stopping by. We're going to go ahead and start the analysis off now, and I want everybody to hit the like button if you haven't done so already, okay, you guys? I want to make sure that we do get as many people in here as possible, and it looks like we're already at that threshold, okay? It's very considerate. And Stick Vicious, all you have missed is how to play the markets. Oh, my dude. Thank you so much for your donation, my friend. Is there anything I can look into for you? Chat, I want to go ahead and tell you guys that I do have the list here. So let's just go over that list one more time for the tickers we're going to go over. So we're going to look at ticker symbol NRBO, FWBI, KPRX, ticker symbol KALA or KALA, whatever you guys are calling it, KALA, ticker symbol APE. We have RMED and ticker symbol so far ATNF. I know that there's a couple GTIIs and Mullins in there, so we can please just make sure to remind me, because there are I already released the videos on today for those, okay, you guys, but Mullin is making its upside, okay? Just it's a little pensive right now, but we can make it do this move, okay? We just have to kind of finesse it, how the kids say today. We just gotta finesse it a little bit, okay, you guys? So Stick Vicious, what's up, man? Okay, thank you so much, my bro. That's so kind of you, bro. I really, really appreciate that. Okay, so I want to add that. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that right after Lila in between Ape and Kala. So we're gonna go ahead and put OUST. Tell me, Stig, what are you along that play, or what, are you losing on it? Please don't tell me that you're losing on it. I will dunce you. So ticker symbol OUST. There's so many plays out there, guys, and I don't know if this is accurate, but there seems to be some type of like OTC bubble forming right now, man. So I don't know how long this is gonna last, but I've never actually seen OTCs last this long and so many weird volatile plays. It's incredible. So all right, let's go ahead and load up this first. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and load up the first ticker. So let's see. I don't have any loads of NRB. Yeah, NRBO is actually a whole brand new thing. So NRBO is going to be for B. And I forgot who actually asked me for Ape. So please let me know who that was, guys. Chat, if you're not exactly sure, that's okay. But I want whoever asked me for Ape to give me their name so I can add it here. And oh, dude, Stig, you came with 2 donations, my bro. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, my dude. Yes, and I know you're asking me. I have a great response for you too. Okay, so I'll make sure to get back to you as soon as humanly possible. So ticker symbol NRBO. So I'm actually in the process of considering making the analysis live, and I'm not sure of I'm not sure of the details just yet, but you guys would essentially be. Oh, Michael, gotcha, man, gotcha. Thank you so much. I'll make sure to cover that, my bro. Thank you. I was looking at the chat this entire time to make sure that I did catch you in the event where you did post that. It's just sometimes the chat can get a little, you know. It can get a little passionate, right? And I'll tend to miss things. So as you guys know, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was saying that I was thinking about making my analysis on these tickers as videos as well after the lives, right? So making you guys kind of a part of the whole thing, the way I usually start, you know. Thank you for stopping by once again, you know, on this fine whatever day, and hit the like button, whatever. So I was thinking of conserving time like that, not particularly to this video, but in the near future. Cal and I were speaking about that. Very, very good idea. Joe H saying Mr. Options Guy hasn't shown his face in the last 2 streams. He trapped on donos. Actually, yeah, you know what, Joe H, I actually would consider the thought of potential holiday vacations and stuff like that, man. So just like Leroy, he said he took a break from Leroy Jenkins said he took a break from the trade. He took a break from the social streams and stuff. As I do know that Cal also did the same, and took some time, spent some very valuable family time, and then came back to the trade. But yeah, you guys, so everything is looking pretty good. So ticker symbol NRBO. You guys already know that I like to start off the analysis with the daily chart. Okay, so as much as I just want to give you the analysis real fast, I want to make sure that you guys know how these things are done as well. Okay, so Stick Vicious says, all good, man, do your thing and get back to me. only when you're free. No hurry. My bro, I couldn't be more thankful to you. Cody Bauer saying, thanks, Arca. Too many beers at the Knicks game tonight and need some sleep. Kill him tomorrow, gang. My bro, please take care. Make sure to check out that Mullen video I posted in the morning whenever you get a chance. But have a good night and be safe, my dude. Thank you for stopping by, my bro. Always appreciate you. I'll see you in the Discord later. Okay, so we need to take note of our for ticker symbol NRBO. We need to take note of our psychological components first, right? So we have plenty of them, and those components are just going to be, for those of you who already know, of course, we're looking at the gaps, right? So in this particular case, we do have a gap located right over here. The candle was born on December 23rd, and we can take a quick note of it just like this, okay? So the gap range we're looking at is between 106, just about 107, right? So 107 to 120. This is a huge gap. Okay, so, and there was some news released today on this, okay, and who knows what that is, but let's go ahead and just take a look at this. What we're looking at here is absolutely a terminal shakeout, and it looks like we're moving on to the upside, but sometimes the price action will fail and start creating this type of dead cat bounce, okay? Leo coming in hot with the $10. My bro, thank you so much. He says, sup, Arca family, let's see what you have to say about Ape. I'm intrigued now. I'm not sure that it's going to be good news on that ticker symbol Ape, but I will absolutely keep you informed then, because that has been facing some serious downside. Okay, so the next psychological target that we can use as resistance is a gap that has already closed, and that is located between, let's see, that's just about 193 and about $2.15. So that's another psychological target or component that we can add to our trade here. The next one, which I don't see as likely to reach, of course, is located right up here, and that gap is $3 to about $4.37, a huge $4.37, huge gap there. Okay, so I just want to take a look at those like this so you can start seeing the structure of the trade. Okay, there is another one. I don't want to take too much into consideration here. Joe H, what you saying over there, man? Okay, so yeah, I don't know that we can take this too much into consideration because there's been plenty of price action afterward and along this area, but if we're going to take it into consideration, let's just go ahead and dim it a little bit and leave it in play. As you can see, it has been used as a form of support, here, resistance there, resistance here, support. So you can see the relevance of these targets, right? But because it's been used so often is a reason why we should consider it and a reason why we shouldn't, right? So we're just going to leave it there as a little bit of a dim potential resistance and support area. Okay, so now let's look at momentum. Let's see what momentum is telling us for the daily time frame in particular. Okay, so let's see what we have. All right, so momentum is suggesting some upside on the daily. Okay, the important thing to notice is that the 14-day simple moving average, which is very much a standard setup for any RSI. The purple line is the RSI signal. We're looking at resistance, a potential resistance of that line. Okay, so if we do face that resistance at this 14-day moving average, we can face a continuation to the downside. The position of the RSI signal is very important here. Okay, if we are finding resistance within this 14-day moving average, know for a fact that we're well within the deep areas of the bear strength percentile. Okay, so the bear strength percentile is on this diagram right over here. I'm just gonna leave it blown up for you guys. Okay, so let's move that out of the way and leave that like this. Okay, so yes, when we're in this zone here, we can actually be pressured right back down into the oversold percentile. Definitely be very careful with what this upside can show us. Okay, if this is limited upside, I can already see the resistance coming in right at that $1.07 level for a short-term scalp, and then take profit, let it come back down, right? If that's the case, let's go ahead and now verify the upside by using some shorter term time frame momentum. Okay, momentum right now in this particular case is going to be depicted by the RSI, relative strength index. Okay, so immediate short term time frame is suggesting downside downside right away, okay? And it has made a bearish cross below the moving average, which is just not good, okay? As we approach to the very shallow areas of the bull weakness percentile, we can definitely see a continuation to the downside, okay? It's gonna that type of downside is likely lived out pretty shortly though. So let's look at the hourly time frame. Hourly time frame now potentially using this as a form of support, just like these areas right over here. There's no guarantee in that. In fact, actually, it may actually fail it since we are in the shallow areas of the bull weakness percentile. Be very careful with this, okay? Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame suggesting a pullback, so that pullback is more than likely going to happen. Let me see the 8-hour and I'll give you some targets, okay? So the 8-hour has made a bullish cross. It is in the grips of the bear strength percentile, however, not in that gravitational area before the oversold percentile, okay? So this is suggesting some probably downside towards the end of the session. Okay, and daily, please give me upside. Please give me upside somewhere. Okay, so there is going to be limited upside, and the chances of this being that dead cat bounce that I spoke to you about are great. Okay, now that dead cat bounce can be traded. Let me just see here. It could be traded in maybe the 4-hour or the 6-hour. Okay, yeah, probably the 6-hour time frame is the area where we're looking at a dead cat here. Okay, so dead cat bounce because it's going to do this type of I guess if I can. No, I'm not going to draw it. It's just an arch like this, just like a dead cat, right? And it's going to continue to the downside. Sometimes people will try to call a formation that doesn't have a good enough hit rate, and they'll try to call this as a a double bottom, but that formation doesn't have too much of a hit rate, okay? So don't count on that, and definitely don't use that, okay? Unless you have back tested that double bottom particular to the 6-hour time frame throughout the entire trading history of NRBO, then I wouldn't consider that as a viable option, okay? So overall, I do see some upside, but the upside is going to be very, very much short-lived, and let's get you some targets for that, okay? So we're going to apply a fib level here, and we're going to get some moving averages as well. So let's look at the SMAs. We have here, let's see, the 10-day as a support, okay? So this was used just today at the end of the session as a support for this bounce, okay? So now where are we within the fibs off of that bounce? Let's see. Okay, so we're right at the 382. If we continue to the upside, we can actually see a range of resistance between the 0.618 at 76 cents and the 0.786 at about 77 cents. Actually, you know what? Use the 1 fib instead. So we'll have the resistance range number 1 at the 0.618 at 76 to the 1 fib at 78 cents, near 79 cents. Okay, so this can be a likely area for finding resistance before a continuation to the downside per the suggestions of momentum. Okay, be very careful with this. I mean, if we can do a best case scenario, let me see how close we can get with by adding some exponential moving averages, a 7 period and a 30 period. So we do have immediate support here in confluence with the 0.236 at 74. So if we can face, if this is a big if we can face a bounce from this, we can see a top. And this is best case scenario. Do not take this as the likely situation. I'm giving you a secondary target in the event to where it does move above this resistance range. Okay, so you're looking at the 1.618 at an 82.43 and the 2 fib at 84 cents, near 85. Okay, so this is definitely what I'm looking at for the next trading session. Be careful with this. Okay, if we do have the 8-hour, look at the 8-hour. Okay, look at the 8-hour. I'm sorry, not the 8-hour. Let me see if it was the 4. It was one of these time frames gave us a massive upside pivot, and I want to just touch on a couple details regarding that. Okay, so it could be the 12-hour. Yeah, so the 12-hour has some upside. So this is telling me that we can likely see this upside by potentially the end of day tomorrow. Okay, so and please look at the 1 day is already using the 7-day exponential moving average as a form of resistance. Okay, and we have come back down, failed this support, and now we're sitting, of course, at the 0.382. the best case scenario here, and I'm talking about two best cases, okay? I don't think we're going to go up to this, but this is the least likely situation right over here. 2.618 to the SMA 10. That's going to be 88.51 to 90. This is going to be my very least likely target for you to hit. A little less likely and very likely for us to find resistance before a continuation to the downside. Okay, so I hope that you are gaining some pretty good information off of this. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on to the next ticker. We are going to be looking at ticker symbol FWBI. Chat, I know I'm not paying attention to you just yet, but please hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we can get some more people up in the chat so we can get some more of this awesome information out of the way. That is ticker symbol NRBO. I hope that I did answer your questions correctly, B. But I want to look at ticker symbol now FWBI. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people talking about that ticker FWBI. What's going on with that? Is anyone long that stock here? Mark Roach, what's up, man? Of course, bro. I'm happy to help, my dude. So now, yeah, let's go ahead and load up the next chart as we have FWBI to take a look at. FWBI. Do I have a load? I do not have a load. It's okay. Not a problem at all. Let's go ahead and start a new chart here and see what we have. Yeah, FWBI. Let's see what it's got. So, following literally the same type of strategy here, you guys. Okay, so I know that this is very discretionary of me. You're not catching the mathematical side or the systematic side, the rules-based side of me in these certain situations. But I definitely use this with high regard. My discretionary side is pretty strong, which is why I think there is some strength in combining it with mathematics. So let me make this a little bit bigger. Always just take a look at your broader perspective, okay? FWBI, where are we trading? $1. Oh, nice, $1. So this is the market cap on FWBI is showing to be, holy crap, it's very, oh, there's splits, that's why. Okay, so yeah, so there was one split and two splits. Okay, so it has gone through two splits, and this is why I'm seeing such a small market cap and a great valuation here. It's almost overvalued, I want to say. I don't know, actually. But the recent split was actually on August 26, 2022 for a 1-to-30 ratio. So I can see why this can pump now after some downside. And wow, it is continuing. FWBI may look like a serious play here, you guys. Let's take a look at, let's see, first of all, our moving average. I want to just see how far we're moving alongside this thing. Let's see. Wow, very good stuff. On the daily time frame, we have now converted the SMA 10 and the 50-day simple moving average as a form of support, okay? Please notice that this massive green candle has barely returned anything from which it has gained already. So Mark Roach telling me 5.79 million float on FWBI. That is absolutely correct. And let's see what the technicals are saying. We have a buy from both analysts and the algo. This is interesting. So this is actually going to continue to the upside. And you know what? Let's look at volatility versus momentum on this, particularly to this setup. I want to just know if we're at critical volatility. Wow. You guys, whoever's in on this may already be prepping for a very nice situation here. Okay, so critical volatility always above the 90 percentile. I'm sorry, the 90% within the 90 percentile. Okay, so you can see on the daily chart we have plenty of iterations to where we have been above that 90%. This would be a back test that I would be interested in running. Actually, let's look at momentum now against volatility and suggesting just massive upside still. Okay, so wow, guys, this is a serious play. And it's high risk, but this still has just mad room to go. Let's see. Historically, how far has the stochastic momentum gone up? So stochastic has actually gone up to about 98%, and that would be particular to January 14th, 2019. Now let's see the price action on that area. I just want to see what it did. Did we go up? Did we go down? So let's see. Let's grab this. This is the way I do it, guys. I literally evaluate the historical figures within the ticker and just see if there's anything we can do to capitalize on the moves up or down, right? So particular to this iteration, I'm very curious on it just to see if we did make that move to the upside. Okay, so critical volatility loaded actually right back here, and it did make a massive move to the upside. And that move, oh my goodness, man, this thing actually may have stronger potential than what we think. Okay, so that move to the upside, I'm not implying that it is going to do this, but the move to the upside that it made was actually it was over 150%. So this is a very good iteration to continue or keep in mind. That's why I want to backtest it, just like the way I did that metric right there. I would then measure the duration of that iteration as well. So that would be a good iteration within the statistical backtest. Okay, so immediately we can see resistance right at the SMA 100 at about $1.67, and it would actually be, yeah, that would be the next resistance, because this is, we're actually just, none of this is a key resistance here. The key resistance is literally landing right about here. And the fact that, oh man, okay, so I'm gonna give you a range right now for the upside. Okay, so if you're doing short-term scalps or momentums, definitely look at $1.68 to, I would give it to the top of this candle, to the opening of this red candle right over here. I would give that, let's see, $1.95 as a resistance range. Okay, so this is very likely to find some type of resistance for us to come back and test our current highs as a valid form of support before continuing on to the upside, just like this. And then we would find the next area of resistance at this next gap right here. Okay, so, and that's actually taken without any fibs or any other moving averages, but we can see clean. Let me get a box instead of that measuring tool. Clean, we can see some resistance, the second source of resistance at 231 to 252. Okay, so these are massive take profit areas. Okay, so if no, I'm not a financial advisor, guys, but know that you can ride, for example, 100% of your position, whatever percentage of your portfolio you're considering, right? You shave off 30% or 40% position here, come back down, reload 40%, not with your profits, only with what you still have as liquidity, reload here, come back up and liquidate. So this can be an immense moneymaker in the short term. And I don't want to consider this as a swing play, guys, because holding stocks that are, that are 5.7 million, like, I mean, that's so little. That's high risk. It's like holding an option overnight. It's very, very, it's tough. So Dude O is saying FWBI, it's offering at $1.06. I see. Okay. All right. So it has catalyst behind it. It has a psychological component, which is another reason why I wouldn't suggest to hold and hold and hold for the moonshot. I mean, if it's going to do it, it's going to do it, and great, more power to those who held, right? But this move is just, let me see when it fired. It actually fired. It would be very important to notice this too, okay? So the move actually, let's see, entering critical volatility, it fired on this candle, and the opening of the candle was 89 cents, literally where my mouse is at. So and the move has just started to the upside. So this still has massive upside to go. And the reason why I can't give you the exact target is because I would have to run a statistical backtest regarding momentum versus volatility. And that historical figure would create a variable for us to look at. But to speculate, I can give you also some geometrical targets to consider for take profit. Okay, so those targets that I just gave you are very discretionary. So upon the closure to the swing low of the day, you can already see that the 4.618 is literally at that take profit zone that I told you about at about $2.28. And you can see here that the 2.618 is landing right at that resistance that I'm mentioning. Okay, so the geometrics and my discretionary side are landing at the same place. So yeah, I would stick to what I told you within these targets right here as a form of take profit. Okay, so upon and this is going to continue just like the way I'm showing you. Okay, I'm saying the probability is pretty great to where we go up, test this resistance here, we come back, test our current highs, we go up and test the resistance there, we come back and test our current highs and go up and so on. You know, literally like the price action does, zigzag. It's what it's called in the trade, right? So I think that's pretty much it for FWBI. This is a great play, you guys. Something here is absolutely, this is definitely a mover, and there is volume coming into the trade, so this can actually be good to consider for some scalps, short-term plays. Okay, I don't want to tell you what to do. It's just I'm expressing the risks among this. Okay, so I hope I did answer those questions correctly. Let's go ahead and move on now to the next ticker, and that's going to be for Mark Roach on kprx, as I did promise him that we would look at it in the next trading session. My dude, I am happy that you are here. I felt really bad actually, and I haven't stopped thinking about it. You know, I was like, man, my dude is really good guy, and I wasn't able to get to his ticker. I was losing my voice and stuff. I was like, man, and my boy outside, I can hear him yelling. But nonetheless, we are here today, and we can look at kprx for you now, my bro. So let's see what we have. So, we have short sale volume from FINRA as well. Interesting. Okay, so already lots of things to take into consideration here. The asset has been trading for quite some time too, which is always good. We have some historical information here. This is looking like we have, let's see, information from February 2015. Very good stuff. Cal L saying 1:30 in after hours already. So that's right, bro. The hour changed. I understand why you're looking at that now. Yeah, that's right. I forget that it's you, bro. That Mark. I forget that it's you, that we're neighbors, right, man? So please notice here, guys, that this is the reason. Literally, what's happening right now is the reason why we take the psychological components first. Okay, we want to make sure to cover these areas first in order for us to move, accordingly. So please notice that this candle here, we're looking at the daily chart first of all. Okay, November 18th, 2022, we gapped down massively. Okay, the gap range is 418 to about $5.96. We gapped down this huge thing here. We continued capitulation and have now started a reversal process. Okay, now notice that upon that gap from months ago, from a couple months ago, we are using it as a form of resistance, and this is attempting to break it. The next obvious area of resistance is yes, it's obviously here, but it's between this candle and the high of the gap itself. Okay, so you have a secondary resistance here that you should pay attention to. Okay, you're looking at that secondary resistance between 568 and about 597, or yeah, that's it right there. Okay, this is obviously the next area. Another area that you should consider as just a short-term pullback and not a take profit zone. I wouldn't consider this as a take profit. Would be at the closing and openings of all these candles here, which could be at $4.89, which is likely for us to do something like this here. So we would go up to that, to the resistance of those candles, maybe even wick a little bit above it. Use our gap as a form of support before continuing on to the upside. We'll start testing this right here, maybe even pass it, come back to test our current highs, and then continue on to the upside. Okay, so that's typically how psychology takes these types of moves. Okay, again, doing the zigzag, and literally that's what it's called in the trade. Literally zigzag. Okay, so oh man, so Mark Roach is saying that the float is it really? Let me look. They have the market cap is 8 million. Oh my goodness, let's look at the shares. So 1.461 million. Oh man. And it's worth $4. What in the crap does that even mean? Oh, reverse splits. Okay, so 1-40 split on September. We have another split back over here. It was a 1-15 split. So they are actually, I don't want to say struggling, but they actually want to keep compliance, right? And the earnings report actually came in with a miss, and that was part of the reason why the capitulation happened, I imagine. I'm not too sure, okay? Don't quote me on that, because it did have some upside movement, and it gave everybody a bull trap here, and in fact gapped down like crazy. So the next earnings coming up on March 8th, okay? So that's That's not too far. So, and it looks like it is being fueled with news and stuff. So, this play, let's look at momentum just real fast before we continue and see if it. So, this is aggressive upside continuation for the daily chart. Actually, are they suggesting? Yeah, buy and buy as well. For the technicals and the algo. So that's interesting. This is also another potential upside play. Let's look at the 8-hour RSI and see what we have. So 8-hour RSI suggesting aggressive upside too. Well within the bull strength percentile, which is right in here. As we approach to this deep area of the bull strength, we're likely to be pulled right into overbought percentile. Now, to the 8-hour time frame, let's look historically to see how high we can potentially go. So there is an iteration of 90%, and we are at 66. So this has huge upside to go. Okay, and aside from the fact that there's huge upside, there are a lot of areas of psychological take profits or scary areas, right? So some people can be scared out of the trade by facing all kinds of different resistances here. So you can be trading this on multiple time frames as a swing play and as a scalp. But depending on the time frame that you choose, keep in mind whatever that time frame has to show within psychological components. Okay, definitely keep that in mind. Okay, now let's look at the 4-hour. 4-hour RSI is looking like it may pull back just a little bit, but this is just because we're in the shallow areas of the bull strength percentile. We also have this is going to be lived out literally within just the half of the session. But before I say that next thing, let me look at the hourly, suggesting downside, buy hourly downside, and 30 is a downside. So this is going to be a reaccumulation period, and this is likely to recover after the mid session tomorrow. So and potentially the end of session. Okay, so if we're going to face the upside, wait for it, okay, because this is going to come down. So the accumulation period, let's see, let's just give you that point of entry, and we'll look at the daily for this particular thing. Okay, so the daily does have a very nice candle here. So let's look at an inverse Fibonacci ratio from the swing high to the swing low. Swing low to swing high of the day's candle. Okay, so if we're gonna pull back from this area, the most obvious area to pull back to would be the NOT 618 at $3.69 and the 786 range. Okay, the NOT 786 is suggesting $3.51. Okay, so let's draw a box there for you as a form of relevant accumulation. Okay, so this is gonna be that area to where we can give longs the opportunity to open position or get long the stock and then make that upside trajectory. Okay, things are looking very good for kprx though. And just one more thing, let's just look at the I want to look at momentum in the buy daily and 3-day. Wow, very cool stuff here. So this is gonna, after a pullback tomorrow, we're looking at a multi-day continuation to the upside here, and higher targets than this. I can give you literally this right over here. So you're looking at about a top side of about $9.38. I'm talking within a few weeks, a couple weeks maybe. So this is a good play too, you guys. Very cool. Whoever is playing kprx, Mark Roach, right? So I know that there's a couple other people who have suggested this too. Yeah, you're very welcome, my bro. But I am definitely looking at some very interesting things here, and I am a fan of it. I'm not gonna lie. So cool. Let's go ahead and close it up for kprx. I do hope I answered your questions correctly, and let's go ahead and load up now the next request, which is gonna be for Lila. Lil All Natural. Are you still there? Are you still chilling? Let me go ahead and open up this new ticker for you. So you asked for ticker symbol KALA, and I do believe I actually have some loads for that. So KALA, I remember being a pretty good play. And I don't remember if you actually requested it the last time. So, oh man, so it did respect literally all of our all of our support ranges and resistance ranges, right? My goodness. Okay. All right, good. I'm happy you're still here. So let's go ahead and you guys, this is all demand and supply and demand. It was very discretionary of me to give you these targets. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove some of this stuff right here and continue. So we were looking at a potential wick down. It actually ended up just using that as support before that continuation to the upside. Man, we had some accuracy here, and okay, wow. So this continued on to the upside. Good job, Lila, for entering on this play. I see that you. I see why the curiosity is still present. So yeah, let me look at this in the daily and give you some ranges. Okay, so look at this price action. What the heck? Oh my goodness, guys, you shouldn't be following me. You should be following Lila. She is. Oh my goodness, look at that. It actually found resistance right between the 4.236 and the 4.618. What more can we do here? This is very good. Okay, so this should be very good news for you. Okay, so aside from us facing the confluent targets of these, you know it, she says. Okay, so these candles here, let's see, that was April 14th, 22. Yeah, just in the mid-April would be your area of resistance for now, but we've already attempted to break out of it. So I'm talking about the 3.618 potentially being broken and then come back and then you use it as a form of support before that continuation onto the upside. And the reason why I'm suggesting the upside in this is because this dotted green line, I'm going to block the visibility from the indicators and stuff. So this solid green line is literally where we are in the price action, right? So beyond this area, which is confluent with the 3.618, let me just make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, beyond this area here, which is confluent with the 3.618, none of this is literally a void here. There's no like real relevant supports or resistances other than maybe this and literally nothing else. Wow. Okay, so man, wow. Let's look at momentum, because am I for real seeing a target of about, let's see, 93.86? Wow. Okay. I want to make sure that I'm not just saying that number out of nowhere, okay? So I want to look into this for you, Lila. I want to see if we can actually make that move to the upside. First of all, we need to take into heavy consideration our momentum, okay? So we are heavily overbought and suggesting a continuation again, okay? So where did we retrace from? Okay, so we've already made a historical high. We've never made this high on the RSI on the daily chart, and we retraced from it, of course. So now the moving average suggesting upside and RSI upside. Okay, let's look at the higher term timeframes. Buy daily is starting to show a little weakness. 3-day, barely any pivot. I can't give that any credit. This little pivot, I can't give that credit just yet. 5 days suggesting just the moon and the stars here. So is this, yeah, I really meant what I said the last time, Lila. I said that this was going to be a multi-day continuation. Even the weekly still has barely a pivot. So and now let's look at the immediate short term. Can there be accumulation in the immediate short term? Well, let's really find out. So the 30-minute is now approaching the deep areas of the bull strength and bull weakness percentile. So this can likely find some resistance here before just a small pullback. Let's look at the buy hourly. I will give you your targets right now, Lila. This is looking really good though. Good call. Immediate short-term resistance right here, but we may actually beat this. Remember when I say, guys, always remember your positioning of your RSI signal as we approach the deep areas of the bull strength percentile. Sorry, the likelihood of moving right up into the following zone is likely, okay, or is great. So buy hourly suggesting a continuation to the upside. Still, let's look at what the 6 hour has to say. 6 hour is still, it retraced, and now we're continuing to the upside yet again. This is going to be choppy. It's going to be choppy, but nonetheless, it's still... Are you still, Lila, let me ask you, are you still long this stock, like presently right now? You're Lillian. Okay, thank you for... I can finally have a name. I thought it was Lila. All right, so Lillian, are you still long this stock? Okay, good. So you are. I know that maintaining your long position is because your growth to the upside is what you're looking for, right? That's good. That's good. What I want to tell you is that the next couple days are going to be very choppy, but nothing is suggesting failure here. Okay, so the real upside is actually going to be happening in a few days. So if you're swing playing this already, yeah, I think you holding your position where you are is not a bad idea, and we can continue looking at this. Okay, so I don't know if you're following me on Twitter or on Discord or whatever. So just like periodically, you can always ask me whenever. You can just send a DM saying, hey, can you look at Calo real quick or whatever, and then I'll refer to this chart and I'll tell you if we're potentially finding like immediate downside or whatever. But these the 5-day chart is particular. This is very significant to me. Okay, so the 5-day chart is something that you're not going to see until the next week or the following week, and that would be a continuation, a massive continuation to the upside. And I'm telling you that minimum targets I'm looking for the upside are 96.81 for now. Okay, so aside from this, there are several other take profit areas, but I would heavily consider taking some risk off the table approaching this 96. You know what? If we're going to be entirely safe about it, I would say about 87, 83. And you want to make sure that you take profit a little earlier from when people all expect to reach that top, right? Then you'll get left bag holding. Yeah, no problem. I'm very I'm happy to help you guys. So this is a good play. Very expensive, but it's a very good play. And what's the market cap on this? Interesting, small market cap, and the float is 287 million. This is crazy. All right, yeah, definitely good call on this one, Lillian. I will just follow up with me and we can continue looking at this, because I can already see the potential of a new formation happening in the 5-day chart, and that is particular to this right over here. Take a look. Oof. Yeah, there may be a continuation to the upside in the macro perspective, and this is after this type of resistance here, Lillian, be careful, because it's looking like we're making the second test of a broadening descending wedge, and this broadening descending wedge could present a huge pullback all the way down to about $2. So be very, very careful with this, okay? Make sure to set your stops. Make sure to have stops along the way, right? So I actually don't know your position. It doesn't matter, but I just want to have you protect your longs here, because this is a very, very tricky play from what's happening, and it's lining up to the T. Okay, so this is very likely going to face a continuation to the upside. I want you to be careful with this area here, okay? Because this is going to be a bull trap. This is a bull trap here, because it's everything including data is saying upside, upside, upside. So they're going to get everybody to long, and we're going to have mad liquidity here. Okay, so from this point, short sellers will open right here aggressively, and they will short this thing just hugely to the downside, okay? They're going to fake people out by shorting down to this area, take profit here. It's going to come back up to the 4-spot 618, and then bull trap again, and then fail it all the way down, okay? This is a typical setup. This is a very, very typical setup. Careful with this. But that is all for ticker symbol KALA. I'm happy that you did get some value from this, Lillian. So let's now move on to the next ticker. You guys, who do we have? So we're going to look at Stick Vicious for OUST. My bro, I hope you're not losing. Don't get dunced. All right, so let's see. on which one, Stig? Are you talking about on the broadening descending wedge for KALA? I'm talking about Stick Vicious just said good catch on that. Are you referring to that wedge? I barely noticed it right now. I'm so happy that I did notice it. Sebastian Lim coming through with a very nice donation, my friend. Thank you so much for your donation, my dude. I did notice that Wolf has been moving on that upside. Guys, if you are looking at a ticker that has some, I guess what I'm looking at is some potential sympathy runs, Wolf and BTC, okay, because BTC is in strength right now. I do see Bitcoin continuing to the upside, and that is going to pressure Wolf, ticker symbol Wolf, to the upside as well. Okay, but know for a fact that it's not a forever, and it's not a reversal regarding BTC. Okay, so right now we're just looking at a great rally that can literally last for a few weeks to a couple months even, and then we would come back to test our current highs at this present moment. Okay, you guys, so definitely watch out if you are trading crypto. There is some risk there as well. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure to keep this chart here, and actually, in fact, I'm gonna go ahead and just name it, and this is I'm gonna name this edit 1 per Lillian, right? So let's go ahead and just exit this, and now let's move on to that ticker. So OUST. Oh, good. I'm happy that you did have some profits. Stick Vicious saying had hell of a profitable last 2 days. Very, very good. Awesome way to start the year. I love it. Okay, so OUST is what gave you those profits? Very good stuff, man. Okay, so let's go ahead and load that up and take a look right here. So now I want to also take note of what Sebastian Lim is saying. So Sebastian Lim coming through with a very nice donation saying, can we look at Wolf too? Thinking of taking a position on AVCT and tops as well. So Wolf, your thing, did you already, Sebastian, are you already long that ticker? I hope you are, man, because that ticker is a scary one. Okay, so I want you to just make sure that you're looking at your Bitcoin majors. Okay, so I'm talking about BTC, maybe Ethereum too. So in this case, let's go ahead and just note down Sebastian, and he is asking for ticker symbol Wolf, AVCT, and tops. We'll see what we can do with those, my bro. I may not have time for all of them, but you know I can always catch you on images on the Discord. Guys, let me go ahead and just open up the window here. You know it always gets super hot in the Arca channel, man, in the Arca studio, right? Give me just about 20 seconds. I am going to open up this window and take a sip of water. Just a sec, you guys. Good deal, you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. Let's take a look at our next ticker. So, oh yeah, so you did answer. Thank you, my bro. Yes, I do. I'm happy you're still long on this, Sebastian. So 65 cents, man. Good job. Oh, I know there was a lot of people looking into that. I think you were the first one who asked me to look into it, right? Stick Vicious saying that there is a windstorm. No, my bro, I am luckily not facing this crazy windstorm like the other day. That was insanity. The power going all crazy out. Not even my backup power was, succeeding that storm. But we are safe now, my dude. Okay, so ticker symbol OUST, making very interesting price action here. I'm not gonna lie. Mr. J coming in saying Arca is. Are you telling me that I'm an like AI? Yeah, I need sub-zero cooling for the processors. I actually do, Mr. J. Sometimes I'm running a fan. The computer that I'm running is actually, I built it myself. It is a 2012 Mac Pro, and I actually have 12 cores running 2 individual processors, and they're at about 3.47 gigahertz each. And they have hyper threadings, and it has 128 gig. Actually, you know what? I'm down to about 40 gigs of RAM right now, and I have a huge GPU in it for graphics processing, right? This is why you can get that smooth motion like this, right? It's not glitching. So also I have about 14 terabytes of storage. So yes, it gets pretty hot in that computer. So I definitely make sure that it keeps cool all the time. Yes, Mark, I actually, a lot of people don't know that about me, man, but and Cal too. Cal, he's a very smart dude with computers, but I love building my computers. I love to spec them myself, particularly to the Mac world, though, as I know PCs are a little easier to actually just modify and hydro cool and all that stuff. But I tend to keep it a little more traditional, since music and charting and stuff, like, oof, look at that. Look what Cal's saying. I have some spare liquid nitrogen, my bro. Yeah, I would actually consider maybe water cool for a Hackintosh setup, right? That would be actually interesting to talk to you about one later on in the future. Build one with the probably the 10th gen or what is it? What generation i9s are we on now? Is it already 4th, 5th? I'm not keeping up with that because I'm running legacy CPUs. Anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and look at ticker symbol OUST. Always, guys, look at your macro perspective. Definitely make sure that you're understanding of the direction of the asset itself, right? Because this Zephram saying, I was an IT manager in the past, built custom water-cooled PCs since before they were common, used to aquarium parts. Wow, bro. Oh, damn. So i9 is already at 13 gen? Damn. Oh, my goodness. Are they offering more than 8 cores? Are they offering more than 12 cores, actually? Are they they're hyper-thread? All those things I still have to answer for myself. But yeah, man, my cores are actually I think they're Westmere. Damn, that's incredible. I think they're either the Nalem or the 20 cores. Guys, 20 cores? Oh my goodness. And I know that the new Macs are able to run over 1,000 gigs of RAM. At one point I did have mine at 120, which was pretty nice. But even 40 gigs does great, guys. And I'm talking about a 12-year-old computer here. Okay, so I said 2012, but it's a 2010 that I actually I modified the script, and it's now looked at as a 2012 computer so that I can use what the Mac world has as a trash can. They had that little bin as the 2012 release in 2013. I'm able to use the CPU cores from the chips from those computers into my old one, into my legacy. So, but I had to do some firmware modifications to mine. So that's actually we can just see it here. Yeah, so I'm running two 3.46 gigahertz 6-core Intel Xeons, right? So 40 gigs of RAM, and I hate that I'm using the 1066, but I can only max out at 1333. You are only looking at a few of my drives right here, but I do have a couple disconnected so I can make it a little less hot in here, right? But yes, I am running some solid states as dual boot as well. So I'm running OS X High Sierra and also OS Catalina on this old Mac. So I needed to change the GPU so that I can actually be metal support, so that I can get more graphics into it, right? So I have two CPUs right now. The other one is disconnected, but this is the AMD Radeon, the 7970. It's a 3 gig, but I have an 8 gig one, and it's so much better. But it's okay. This one is the only one that I can actually use the dual boot with. So later on, when I don't need that dual boot, I will certainly go back to my 8 gig one. But both of them support 5 displays at 5K, which is pretty cool. So dude, I must build my i9. So i9, well, yeah, nice, man. Mark Roach saying, "Oh my God, how hot was it in the August when Rancho Vista was?" Yeah, it was terrible in here. But I have a whole separate AC unit just for the studio, and it's actually a 24,000 BTU. That I was able to get for like $120 off of Craigslist, which is great. So I cool Yes, Zephyr. I am due for an upgrade, my bro, but I can't afford it right now. So, I trust me when I say that this computer is pretty good. I know that there's faster, obviously, but it does the job very well. I know we're on DDR5 too. Because man, I had a really good laptop too, and that was on DDR4, I think. Angel Eyes, good to see you stop by, but we definitely need to get on to the analysis here for ticker symbol OUST. Okay, so remember, guys, always, like I said just recently, we need to look at our macro time frame and see what the asset is doing. No, I mean, of course, yes, we're in a huge downtrend because of a bear market, right? So now that we know where we are, let's just go ahead and take a look at the price action a little closer. Okay, so in this case, let's see what we have. Okay, definitely some good volume. Okay, the resistance we're facing is likely from this area here. No, I mean, obviously. So let's go ahead and load up momentum now and see what it has to offer for us. Okay, so Cal L saying, honestly, there isn't a real reason to upgrade to the latest gen besides bragging rights. And yeah, that's what I was just kind of insinuating to Zephram and stuff, that this computer really does the job. And I still have my other sticks to make it to 120 gigs. I just have to adjust my firmware once again so that I can accept the 1333 megahertz the chips, the RAM chips, right? So, but from there, I have no other reason to, and I have the two 27-inch displays in front of me, which I actually got for $40 each because the screens were broken, but people don't know that it's just the glass. And the glass costs like $25, man. So be real time. I am using HDD for storage. I have two other SSDs for storage, and I am using some M.2 SSDs for my OS drives. So my primary drive is a 1 terabyte M.2, and the other one is a 500 gig M.2 SSD for the secondary OS, which is the High Sierra disk. But yeah, man, I didn't want to. The SSDs are now so cheap too, but the M.2s are still a little expensive. But it's okay. I love it, man. I love it. I got to build it, and I actually found the computer in the trash. I'm not even joking, and it's in perfect condition. It was in the box too. It's a 2010 or 9, and I just upgraded the firmware to the 2012. So I got a free computer and I built it from the ground up. So, and this is what we're looking at right now, you guys. Good stuff, right? Anyway, so suggestion to the upside. Momentum is telling us that OUST is not done and definitely will continue to that upside trajectory. I want to see the buy daily now. So buy daily suggesting upside, potential resistance coming up real fast, but I don't think that's going to slow it down a lot. 3 days suggesting upside, 5 days suggesting upside, now approaching the very shallow areas of this the bear strength percentile, which only means that we can likely face an upside very soon. Okay, so now let's look at this. Okay, so Mr. J saying, at dawn, conversations like this could benefit us all by helping and collaborating with Arca. Absolutely, man. I definitely agree with this. And yes, Mark Roach, it was I was definitely a free computer, and I looked at it as an incredible opportunity. The computer's in great condition, no scratches, literally no dents, nothing in the original box, in the trash. I'm like, who put that there? I needed a computer. I was literally searching for computers on Craigslist, and then I found it in the trash. I'm like, what? So here we are, and it's been running very well. And it's actually so much is connected to it, you guys. I've actually modified it too. I've added more USB 3.1s, SATA ports. I've done all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so the 5 day is catching my attention here. Stick V, this is suggesting upside. I'm talking about for multiple days. And now if we're looking at the immediate short-term time frame, I mean, things like this are obvious. You know, we're gonna face some immediate short-term pullbacks. Okay, so it's entirely okay though. That's good for the asset. It's good for longs. And in this case, you can see that there's a massive ascent. We've actually failed the 14-day, reclaimed it, and we can still and literally using it right now as a support before a continuation onto the upside. So the 30-minute immediate short-term now is suggesting a downside. Okay, so this is now that accumulation period that I can tell you about. Okay, so since the price action is literally where we are right now and we have no other, I mean, this is that void I was talking to Lillian about on the other ticker. There is a potential to where we can actually face a retracement to about 96 cents, and that area would be an incredible opportunity to load. Yeah, and I'm thinking it could be to these candles here, about 94 cents. So this, yeah, this could be a very, very interesting area for a continuation or a type of, yeah, the longs can definitely gain here, because if I'm seeing this upside continuing, absolutely. Yes, Samantha, I was going to ask you about that one more time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am going to take a screenshot of this right now. Thank you. I forgot about that word all over again. So yeah, in this case, if we're gonna face that pullback based on the immediate short term, this is likely to live out pretty fast. Okay, so I mean, yeah, and it's suggesting, oof, this is gonna live out really fast. If there's gonna be an opening for for positions opening, the 15-minute, I hate the 15-minute and the 5-minute, but it's okay. It's you got to trade those immediate short term sometimes too. We have another range between 97 cents, okay, literally within 1 cent. Okay, so this is all a loading area between 94 and 97, okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, you have 3 cents to consider. And if we go to the daily and just put in an inverse fib, we can see if it has any confluence with within our targets, which are already actually probably not. But let's look at it anyway. And you know what? It's too small of a target, so let's go ahead and open up maybe the 6 hour and take the 6 hour swing high. Even that's a little too big, but let's see. Okay, so if we have enough downside pressure for accumulation, which I don't know that we can go this low, but this gap here, the top of this candle is literally directly in line with that 1.618 at 91 cents. Okay, so that would be the best case scenario loading zone. And then as far as a continuation to the upside, like I said, it's going to be choppy action, but everything is leading towards the upside all the way up to the 5-day. So this is going to be a continuation to the upside for multiple days, and let's get you that final top side for a take profit. Okay, so now in this case we take a traditional fib, swing high to swing low of the daily candle, and now we get some suggestions. Okay, so I want to look at first this area here, because this was the discretionary, in a discretionary manner, this is what I was looking for. Okay, so oh right, yes, Samantha, I was looking for synesthesia. That's right. I'm sorry. I was looking for this as a discretionary trader, right? The space between this candle and this candle is literally in line with this candle right over here and the 2.618. So if we can have an area for take profit, it is kind of a distance away, but this is going to be the first area of take profit in my opinion. Okay, so 2.272 at $1.09 to $1.11 at the 2.618. If we can consider a continuation to the upside, let's go ahead and put the averages in to see if we have any confluent targets, and of course we do. We have the 3.618 and the 100-day simple moving average as a very desired area. Okay, so I'm going to modify this take profit zone to meet the 50-day, okay, because the 50-day will likely move a little slower, so it can maintain that target. Okay, so I'm going to modify this take profit zone, the number 1 take profit, to a space between 113 and about 108. Okay, so between the 50-day simple moving average and a 2.272 at 109, it's 108.98, right? But we can just say 109. And your second take profit zone, I mean, this is also one here that we have in between. Hey, okay. I have to give you this one because this is the short-term traders. I'm talking scalpers will take profit here, and this is actually gonna support a pullback, and that pullback upon touching this upper zone, hopefully we can actually come right back down to the 1 fib at 11 cents and use it as a form of support before a continuation onto the upside, because the 5-day RSI is suggesting so. All right, so in this case, we can definitely see that bounce back, find that support area between the 1 fib and the 1.272 at 101 and 103, right around there. We're going to come back to this, okay? So meaning that take profit zone 1.618, come back, confirm that support, we continue on to the upside. We may find resistance right away at this 1.272 and then come back and then make this to the upside. The reason why that's happening in this manner is I mean, the RSI is telling you, it's the 5-day RSI is suggesting that upside. So this is going to be 2 weeks, 3 weeks minimum for the top targets to reach, which now is making me feel that the average true range of this asset is small. So it's not a mover, like it's not moving so violently. Is this true? Has anybody actually seen the OUST asset move? Has it been moving gradually and not impulsively? Because that's actually what I am looking at here. So this can take some time for it to eventually reach the 2.618 level in the 50-day. Okay, so the third take profit, which is likely to happen in I'm telling you, literally weeks, could be between the 3.618 and the 100-day simple moving average, 118 to about 117. Okay, so 117 to 118 could be a very nice move from the current 99 cents. Okay, so if it is a slow mover, if you expect some good news coming in, then yeah, this is presenting a good opportunity. So I do hope I did answer those questions correctly for ticker symbol OUST, my Stick Vicious, my bro. And then Michael, you were asking for ticker symbol APE. Why were you so curious about it, bro? Is there something I'm missing? Is there oh, they did that whole reverse split thing, right? Is it going to go away? Are they going to merge AMC and the APE ticker? Is that going to be now like one thing? I'm not sure exactly what happened with that voting thing. So we're looking at ticker symbol APE now for Michael, you guys. So things are moving along. Really nice, really nice, really nice. So, and let's see. So yeah, chat, let me know if anybody knows about the ticker symbol APE and AMC. What happened to that to the vote? Did we vote for it to stay, or did we vote for it to go? They haven't done any of that yet, so no votes yet. Okay, are we even going to be allowed to vote? That's another thing that people were talking about, right? Who knows? But I think we just got to be very careful with what's happening within APE. It's just, man, that thing is down so far. And yes, of course, we can. So Banger saying that he thinks it's delayed, which is, yeah, I see that as a potential for sure. Wow, why did it do this? This is a huge upside. I'm not looking at APE whatsoever, guys. So this is all coming to me as a surprise, and this is dangerous here. Okay, the fact that we have this massive gap. I know the 12-hour might not show it as it is actually, it's a little smaller, but the daily actually really shows us a huge gap, and that's a massive psychological component to short sellers. Okay, so this gap between 72 cents and 104 is, I hate that we're approaching it. Okay, because if we approach it, more often times than not, we can actually find a short-term bounce from literally the top of this gap, and then we can face that upside for a little bit, okay? But that is not always the case. Banger is saying they are trying to buy time. It's a huge decision. Mr. J, it's the potential conversion of APE to AMC at the same value. My goodness, man, that is a big decision. It is very much a big decision. The good thing is here is that, actually, let me see the buy daily, because it would probably be best for us to look at that. This is very, very attractive, okay? I like it when I wish that the wick was a little bit lower. I honestly wish it did test this as support. But usually when we present these... in candle analysis, the 2-day chart is credible enough. Okay, so we're looking at a hammer candle. at the at the bottom side of the downtrend here, and that usually presents either a reversal or a continuation to the upside. Okay, so we need to validate this now. So let's load momentum and see what it has to say. And man, okay, so there's slight downside, sideways trading on the buy daily. Let's look at the 3-day. 3-day is sideways trading, and 5-day is absolutely sideways. Let's see the daily. Daily is suggesting that upside that we were looking for. Okay, so if we do get, and you know what, that daily candle is actually going to close soon enough. I wanted to see if we can actually make a downside move here past the red area and then make this upside to create a bullish engulfing. And that way we can create a reversal signal on the daily as well. But I don't see that as likely. So now let's look at smaller term time frames and see what we have. Okay, so still a little sideways, slightly bullish, slightly bearish. I hate it when these things happen. Okay, we're gonna load up some Crypstex indicators to give us an edge on this. We're right smack in the middle of the RSI, suggesting sideways. Wow, this is huge indecision. And immediate short-term time frame, slight upside suggestion. My goodness, this is yeah. Let's use, okay. And the immediate short-term time frame is literally at the border between bull weakness and bull strength. This can show us the potential of some resistance right here, and then we can actually face that downside. We can use the moving average as a support and continuation onto the upside, but this is not it's not as aggressive as I would like it to be facing to the upside. So it looks like Ape is very pensive about something, potentially something that can actually a catalyst of some type coming up. Then I'm actually not aware of. I'm actually not following Ape or AMC that much, even though my positions are there. Of course, they've just been there for a year and a half. Okay, so let's bring up some yeah. So let's look at the DBSI indicator from the ARC-Series Crypstex indicators. This is a good indicator to take in consideration. All right, so take a look here. The bulls are leading the way at 64%. Bears are at 36%, and let's load a 13-day moving average. So if you guys are curious about what 13-day exponential moving average I'm using, it's this one here. So I'm using it that says Jose HNGO. So if you can find that in your indicator section, just type in MA6, and then you'll see his pop up. And I use it, but I modify it. Okay, so when I go into the settings, I start removing the visibility from all of the other exponential moving averages and just leaving the one in there. And I'll make it yellow, and then we go into inputs and select the upside button to make it a 13 period. So that gives you the 13-day exponential moving average, which is actually something that DBSI uses into heavy consideration for its bull signals. It does have a sell signal here. I'm wondering if that's actually going to replace, but we're going to look at other time frames, as sometimes it notices some weakness, okay? And it's likely due to this curvature. It was continuing as a continuation to the upside very aggressively, but then it slowed down. What it looks like on the 30-minute, I'm not going to use this as like the last thing to say here, but it looks like we're building a pennant, and that pennant is usually something that can give us a bullish outlook. Okay, so potential breakout soon, I'm not sure. This can actually bounce around here, which is why we're getting potentially why we're getting a sell signal here. But the bulls are still leading the way nonetheless. Let's load the 2-hour chart. So bi-hourly in the DBSI still has a long signal and has not printed any type of red or bear signal here. Okay, so in fact, the bulls are leading the way with 79% over the bears at 21%. So this is another good signal from the DBSI indicator. Okay, so I am going to take this into heavy consideration because the DBSI is actually something that I forward tested a lot. The ARC armor is also another one that I've tested. Okay, so the 6-hour is giving us the bears leading at 66. Let's see, the 12-hour bulls are down. And okay, so the higher term time frames is where the strength is coming in. 71% bulls. Let's see the 3-day. We are losing on the bull side, and the 5-day. This sideways action is very difficult for anything to interpret. Okay, so Ape is super indecisive right now, and I would consider I don't know if you've already opened position down here, right? But if you are in profits, I would consider taking this. Please remember, when I was covering Tesla, I actually suggested for everybody to take profit because we were building a massive bear flag. And what happens the next day? The thing literally capitulates to right where it started. So I know that it's very discretionary of me to just say it nonchalant like that, but I am seeing some potential weakness, a little bit of upside here and there. But mostly this is going to be affected by the broader markets too. Know that AMC is absolutely in sympathy to the major indices. Okay, you guys, please be very careful with this. Okay, Ape, I can give you a target right now for the downside after an immediate upside, which actually can just be short-lived between 136 and about top. I mean, best case 137 before facing a continuation to the downside and using the 13-day exponential moving average as a type of support. Okay, so this is very sketchy is what I'm saying, okay? Another way for you to notice or for you to take into consideration what the downside or upside targets are based on the breakout of this pennant, okay? Usually triangles like this tend to break out at about 75% to the apex, okay? Per the playbook rules. It doesn't always happen. So if we can imply that breakout, we can actually see a top target of about $1.39, and we can back that with the overall range of the current overall range, right? So, and of course, it would take us near the 1.618. So between the 1.272 and the 1.618 could be an area of resistance if we do get that upside from the 30-minute and the 1 hour, okay? I'm talking best case scenario here. Now, to the downside, likely, I mean, the same way, I'm sorry, we can actually take that trend line and now gain an implied or a projected target or objective. Right, so in this case, we can take an inverse fib too and see if there's anything of from the overall range. My apologies. So let's see. Yeah, this is the fib. Let's take it from the overall range and take a look down here. Okay, so and it's very similar to the upside that we're looking at. It's taking us right to the 1.618 inversely, right? So this would be a likely area to find a type of bounce, okay, if we do continue to the downside. Now, I'm not giving you I'm playing both sides here. It's just per the playbook rules, a pennant is played either to the downside or to the upside based on what momentum is suggesting and what the literally sentiment is saying, right? So we have to consider both sides here and prepare for such things. Now, one more validator that we can do just real quick. I wasn't going to do this, but it's okay. Let's load this is a significant resistance here. And this is why I was telling you best case scenario tomorrow we can see at the 0.786, maybe to the 1 fib here, but at 135 is literally where the 200-day simple moving average is located. So this is a very tough area to combat, okay? And the current position right now, not even to mention that we do have immediate short-term resistance at the 0.618 at 134. That's already plenty of resistance for us to, with no volume and not enough momentum. This can fail, okay? So I'm sorry that I'm being so yes and no about this, but that's literally what the chart is suggesting. That everything about this is indecisive. Everything about it is it's pensive, you know. But it literally, even the formation that we're in, all of that is just crazy. So I hope that I mean, I know that I could have given you better insight on this, but it's just I really I don't have anything much to say about ticker symbol APE. I hope that I was able to answer your question correctly, Michael. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Joe H, I hope you're still here, my dude. Let's look at ticker symbol RMED. So regardless of the fact, I'm not sure if Joe H is still in the chat. Mods, did you guys see him leave, or is he still here? Yeah, not a problem, Michael. Absolutely, man. Again, bro, I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to give you like a more detailed description as to APE, but this is very tough, bro. There's stuff happening within the fundamental side that is creating a huge turbulence within the psychology of the trade. So not even the indicators. I mean, you're getting a sell signal here and you're getting 64% strength. everything is topsy-turvy within Ape. All right, so be very careful with this. And I'm still long this. So wish me luck as well, my brother. Joe H, good to see you still here, man. All right, so you're still in profits on RMED, bro? I hope you are, man. RMED looked like a very promising play. And I know that play is actually... Wow, look at that. My dude, I love to see this. I love to see that it would literally use the very top side of my suggestion. Look at the implied targets, you guys. Like, oh my goodness. I'm not doing it in a spiteful manner. I'm just doing it because I love to see the puzzle be solved. Right, so this is very cool, you guys. I'm super happy that the suggestion I gave was accurate and was dead on. I likely take profit at that 727 for spot 618 where my literally look at this, guys. Look at where my arrow is pointing. Man, good job. Arca Zephram, protect me, my dude. Okay, so yeah, man, it's actually not a real call. These things are just what's the probability of us going to the next relevant, mostly used target? You know what I mean? It's really not that complex. But if you don't have, I guess if some people can really suffer from looking at the markets in this way. But like I said, Joe H, this has a top side. And I told you that we would likely face this resistance here because of all of these candles over here, and also because of this dude. But the resistance that we're facing could potentially be very short-lived, and I'm talking about a potential retracement to, I mean, best case scenario for bulls at 614 before continuing on to the upside. And then I'll have yet another example of the golden rule of three of the broadening descending wedge taking profit at the $9.61 zone. So this is, or let's see, $9.58. So I'm still looking at that, man. I'm still there. Sorisen, what's up, man? Thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate you. Takumi, if I have the time, I will definitely look at it, man. But I still have like 3 more tickers to look at, and I've been on for quite a while. Oof, man. So you see this was all from today's analysis in the video that I released earlier. Oh man. So yeah. Joe H, I'm not going to back down from that target, bro. And in fact, I'm going to adjust the target for you. So we're looking at a potential take profit between $9.58 to the 200-day simple moving average at $10.74, okay? If you do have the liquidity or the availability or the margin even. Oh man, preparing a short position right up here upon confirmation would be a massive win, okay? But don't do that just yet, okay? Don't do that. We need to validate the loss of strength from the bulls. Like I said earlier in this analysis, like I said, we need to be able to go to the short sellers and shake hands right here. You know, the longs need to come up to the shorts and say, you know what, we're done, and then we shake hands, and then the shorts take their thing. The longs take their profits and leave the liquidity in there for everybody to lose, right? So we need to make that validation first. We need to make that meet and that handshake, and then we'll go ahead and prepare for a short position down to the downside, but to the downside, right? So this is looking very promising, though. Even still, bi-daily RSI or momentum is suggesting a continuation to the upside, backing my thesis. Even still. 3 days suggesting massive upside, still 5 days suggesting upside. Okay, so now particularly to the immediate short term, we can see this pullback, which is what I was telling you about. I could already see it, right? So 30 minutes should give us a pullback too. Pullback there, yeah, that's right. 4 hour, a little bit less of a pullback. 8 hour should be corrective. Okay, so yeah, the corrective move within the 8 hour and the 12 hour are the ones that I'm looking at. Okay, so it means that we can likely find a pullback to what I'm telling you about $6.14. Let me give you a support area, okay? Because don't be afraid tomorrow when you see this coming down. It's coming down only because the data is suggesting it, okay? So this is part of the play. It's all good. You're not going to lose in this. You're looking at about $6.13 to $5.56 at the very lowest because of the 200-day simple moving average at the 8-hour chart. Okay, so whoever is actually trading the 8-hour will try to gain entry here. And if there are short positions scalping 673 to 556, which is a great margin, I mean, that's amazing. Okay, so there, I mean, I can see this likely paying out. Notice that the SMA 10 is located right at that yellow line too. Okay, so we have the SMA 10 now wanting to cross the 200-day simple moving average. This is likely an area for a bounce. Okay, so if we don't reach it, it's okay. We still have the 3.618 at 614. But like I said, my bro, for the next following days, I am not releasing my target for this. My target for this is, you already know, 958 is literally where I called it before. I'm going to continue calling it there. Okay, and why is that possible, you guys? Is because of this broadening descending wedge that we've been trading. Okay, so we do have a test. Let's see, were we on the 12-hour or the 8-hour? I think it may have been, yeah, the 12-hour. Okay, so the 12-hour chart, let's just block the visibility from the moving averages as it is adding too much grain here. Okay, so you're looking at test number 1, 2, and 3 of the resistance from the broadening descending wedge. Okay, usually after test 3, we get that handshake between longs and shorts. That liquidity is used for huge take profits for the shorts all the way down to here. We make that terminal shakeout. We make that bullish hammer. We lead this all the way to the top, and we attempt to break out just like every other example I've given you. So many. Okay, only in bear markets this happens a lot. Okay, so we do the true breakout, confirm our newly converted resistance into now support. We fail it just a little bit because there's a gap down here. Of course, the 1.618 was there. We already had seen this downside coming in before a massive upside, right? So, yeah, we break out upon confirmation of this support line, and then the upside is just in clear sight. I'm still looking at 958. Joe H, I would be, let's see. So you're saying I'm writing 100% profit and this stock is the only one I'm longing. Okay, so you're longing this stock. Yeah, bro, I still see your gains can actually be from the current position right now to the take profit. You're looking at a potential additional 43% to your longs. Okay, so this is still presenting a huge amount of profit, my bro. So I would heavily consider taking profit. I mean, I'm giving you the range of between 1074 and 958, right? I'm saying the potential wick up to this area, and then if we do move on from this area to higher targets, don't FOMO into this, because this can actually come back down, and then we'll start trying to see if the longs are still aggressive enough to keep this as a form of support before continuing on to the upside yet again. Okay, the reason why I'm saying that don't take the short position up here is because of this gap. Okay, this void here is this can actually fuel the longs. Okay, this can fuel longs into saying we can fill this, and then the short position would essentially be open at $17. Okay, so there's a lot of opportunity here, but what I'm saying by removing risk here is probably, I mean, if you trade however you trade it, of course. I know that you know what you're doing, right? So I'm suggesting potential 30%, 40%, even 45% take profit, remove the risk off the table, remain long this stock, and then when I'm saying remain long is make them runners, okay? See what the runners can do for you, because there is another component right over here located between 1567 and 1637, okay? These runners can potentially bring you an additional massive percentage to your win ratio, okay? So guys, please be careful with plays like this, okay? So this is actually a very good stock. We're looking at $6.72. This is a safer play. I would swing this, okay? So Joe H, I hope that I did answer your questions correctly, my dude. This is looking very good. Congratulations for continuing on to the upside. So Sparky, what's up with ATNF? I hope you're still in here, my dude. I know you were talking about it earlier, and I see Jovan Milk is actually asking for ATNF as well. So let's. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. There's one more donation that I do have to get out of the way. Sebastian Wolf, looking for. Let's go ahead and load up now. AVCT, as I do know that Sebastian wanted to take a look at that. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Oh man, I have a few of them here. Okay, so let me look at volatility first for AVCT. Joe H, what's up, man? You know I only provide you top-notch stuff, my bro. I will not lie to you. I will not give you any FUD. I will only give you the truth, man. As ugly and as horrible as beautiful as it applies. Okay, you guys. Joe H, just know that I will never lie to you, my bro. Let's get some tunes in there for the truth. That's always the truth for Joe H, my bro. Quit the tunes and let's get back into the serious business over here. All right, so Abner Cruz saying, Arca, do you give private classes for my daughter? I actually have not considered doing any private classes. How old is she, by the way? Is she already in her like 20s, 30s? She can actually do responsible trading, you know, to where we're not dealing with a teenager like my daughter. And she just says, I want to just go all in, Dad. I'm like, no. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious, do I know what it's like to be a dad? My daughter's 18 years old, so she's quite the little rocket ship. So, Zephram, you have a 14-year-old stock prodigy? My goodness. Abner Cruz, she's 23. Okay, so she's right at the age actually to where profitable traders actually make their actual moves. 23 is a great age. Like I said, man, I haven't really considered doing anything like this before, but can you actually, I'm going to ask you now, if you can actually send me a DM on Twitter and also if you haven't seen my email, it's actually on the about section of my YouTube channel here, and send me an email, and I would like to discuss into deeper detail with you. And see if that is a possibility. Just the timing and all this stuff is always kind of the true the true enemy, right? So I want to make sure that the RCAP trading community gets taken care of as well. And I actually would encourage you to have her observe. She doesn't have to talk to anybody, of course, but she to have her observe what's happening within the Discord, within the RCAP, and see, because I usually when the opportunities place, I only look for A+ trades or B+ trades for the community, because I don't want them to risk something that they're not willing to risk just yet, right? So have her come in and just observe how the community reacts and talks amongst each other, and just to see how I am, right? So only because I'm a certain way and you agree with it doesn't mean that she will, right? So she has to know the type of person that I am as well. So but please send me a DM, and I would like to discuss with you further, my bro, because I do have a few others asking that question, which is actually making me believe that maybe there could be room for a type of intimate group where I'm talking about maybe 5 to 10 people, and it can be more of a honed in type of situation to have some deeper learning, as the one-on-ones may be a little difficult. But regardless, I appreciate you asking me, Abner, and I hope that I do get that message from you, my good sir. Thank you. Okay, so AVCT is, man, we're at critical man. Okay, AVCT is actually looking like it may make some upsides in the following months. I'm saying months because I'm in the monthly chart. Okay, be careful with this. So let's see where my back test. So this was on the 2-day. So let's look at the buy daily and see what it has. Okay, so the buy daily is suggesting upside. That's why you're asking me, Sebastian. You're already long this. It's making huge moves, and it's still using my targets. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the firing of the signal was, I hope that it didn't already move that 58%. 58 spot 43%. So let's see. The firing of the signal was potentially this candle here. I think we're Oh, and the back test was actually done from expansion, not from contraction. So this is not valid. Okay, so 2 day, man, this is awesome. This is looking very good. One more load of AVCT, and I'll give you the. I already have all the information, so this is not going to take long, which is very good. Okay, so let's load the RSI. Yeah, this is looking. Buyout rumors, really? Is that from? My goodness. Ooh, so if that's the case, this is why this dude is running so nicely. So today we actually used the 3.618 based on a prior range. Okay, so this looks like we're gonna face an immediate short-term pullback. Hold on. Best case scenario, we'll look at a tiny pullback, but I don't even think that's gonna happen actually. Let's look at the upper. Yeah, man, my goodness. So 8 hour. Let's see as students where we're starting to continue to the upside. Where's the 8 hour? Wow. Okay, so sideways trading tomorrow. I'm talking about to mid session, maybe even the early. I'm saying early to mid morning session. We could continue sideways, right? Maybe just pump up and down a little bit on this 8 hour iteration, but we are continuing to the upside nonetheless. And this is continuing to the upside for, let's see, I want to say it's a multi-day upside. Wow. What is happening here? Okay, so yeah, this is going to continue up 4 days. And let's see. Oh my goodness. Samantha, I am using my reading glasses right now. Okay, so yeah, man, this candle, did it return anything? Does it have after hours? It in fact went higher. Okay, so yeah, let's take a range here. This is the most bullish thing I've seen all day, aside from rmed. Jeez, this is looking so juicy. What FOMO here? Oh my goodness. All right, so who's trading AVCT? Who was asking me about that? Sebastian Wolf coming in with the serious calls out here, man. Yeah, banger, I think so, man. And not only the covering of short positions, but the triggering of the short stop losses as well. So this is likely to continue to the upside. And if we're looking at a short-term scalp, right, the first area of interest is of course, you know, the 1.272 to the 1.618. 135 to 142. We're currently at 129. Okay, so we can face a little bit of resistance here, but that resistance is going to be likely short-lived. And if we're doing a macro upside like that, damn. This, I mean, it's hard for me to say this. It's hard for me. You know what? I'm just. Sebastian, we're going to continue talking about this, okay, my bro? But I want to give you this target first. I don't want to give you any higher targets because I don't want you to hold to the moon and miss out, okay? This is already so ridiculous, okay? The $1.84 from our current 129. Oof, okay? So, and I'm saying that is because we're already getting hot, okay? So on the RSIs. So the 12 hour is already up there. Look at the 6 hour already and overbought. My goodness. Okay, so yeah. I wouldn't go any higher. We have to have the RSI cool off first, okay? This banger when moon is now. AVCT, RMED, CLNV. Oh man, COSM potentially in the next days. All of these tickers are moon bound, okay? AVCT equals candy with a K. I believe it, my bro. So, Sebastian Lim. All right, man. This is gonna be. Let's see where you are, man. From the current position right now, because I know you're already long this stock, or you're considering the long. My dude, you're looking at another 40% move to the upside from our current position. Okay, so AVCT. I'm telling you, man. This is my take profit zone here. I wouldn't go beyond this. I would wait for us to reach this target, come back to the 2.272 at about $1.56. Potentially to the 1.618 at 142, reaccumulate here. Of course, keep your profits. Don't go in with the profits. Go in with the same amount. Okay? Take your profits, set them aside, use the same amount, and then gain that upside again. Okay, and then we'll go over the upper targets later, okay? Because I don't want to get everybody too hyped right now because I do see some ridiculous targets and I don't want to talk about them right now, okay? So, Sebastian Lim, thank you so much for your donation, my bro. So let's go ahead and now move on to your next request, which was, let's see, tops. Man, we haven't looked at tops. I remember there was a lot of people trapped in that as well. I hope you guys are not trapped. Still, I hope that this thing actually made the upside. I know we were going to make a back test on this, and I haven't done so already, but it is looking still very juicy, right? So, man, this, we already fired the signal. Wow, this needs a back test immediately. Holy crap. All right, the bi-daily chart, bi-daily momentum, and bi-daily volatility critically maxed. This is the epitome of an upside happening, okay? Another moonshot right here. Banger. Moonshot. When moon. Another one here. The signal fired off potentially at the last trading session of 2022. Holy goodness. Okay. Tops is going to make a massive upside move. We are now using the SMA 10 on the 2-day chart as a form of support. Woo, this one I need to run a volatility versus momentum test on this because then I could give you some serious edge. Okay, so the 137 where my cursor is at is the 1.272 support alongside the SMA 10. Very relevant areas of support. Okay, so now let's see if there could be an accumulation period. Okay, so I'm wondering why I told you that there could potentially be a 78% move to the upside. I haven't backtested this, right? No, yeah, I definitely haven't. And I also did mention the iteration of linear regression here. So if we're facing this type of trend line rejection regression, we have to keep in mind the potential of another iteration facing that resistance, okay? But that doesn't mean that it's going to be forever. It just means that we could face some resistance, okay? But that would likely happen because things just tend to, go up and down, right? So let me load up another iteration of tops as I'm very curious. Yeah, I have this one here. We're going to look at, I want to look at particularly the RSI. So, oh my goodness. This is very good, you guys. Tops is another moonshot. Eric, I already covered fwbi. That was actually in the earlier part of this stream. So when you're done watching, actually refer back to about I think 15 minutes, maybe 18 minutes into the stream. So you could catch the fwbi thread. Okay, so the daily is still suggesting massive upside here. Yes, Mark, we absolutely did. That was like 15 to 20 minutes in. So now the bi-daily RSI. Oh my goodness, guys. Upside on the bi-daily, upside on the 3-day. What are all these tiny tickers? Why are they all going to the moon? I'm telling you, this is the OTC bubble. The penny stock bubble. I know not all of them are OTCs, okay? Yeah, this is let's see the immediate short term. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. This is very attractive. All right, so here we can give the bears a little bit of some hopium here. The bears, we can give the bears some hopium. Okay. All right, immediate short term pullback range. I'm talking very short lived for the longs to gain some type of reaccumulation, okay? So that downside is actually located between 128 and 130. Not guaranteed. And in fact, I'm going to adjust it to about 133. 130. Let me see. Let me just make sure that I am as accurate as I can be. 133 would be the top side of the accumulation zone, okay? So this is going to be reaccumulation here. There is the potential that we can reach 128, but I'm telling you that's the bears' hopium, and that is the bears' just best case scenario. I'm talking best case scenario. Eric, I'm not going to lie to you. I've covered about 700 tickers. I don't even remember what FWBI is. Guys, do you remember what was FWBI positive? Did I say up or down? I don't remember, you guys. But please take a look at this. This is going to be the bear's like hopium area here. So the less likely area would be obviously at the 100-day simple moving average 128, and I'm talking best case. You never know though. This thing can wick down to the 50-day at 120 before literally just launching to the upside. I'm saying this is limited downside because we're at support. Okay, we're at the 14-day support, and we're also at the deep areas of the bull weakness percentile, which means we're likely to find a bounce here and the gravitational pull back in. Okay, always remember, you guys, always remember when you're looking at your RSI positioning. Okay, your RSI signal, know the position within the areas of your RSI, okay? So if you're curious about the lines on my RSI, 60% bull line, 40% bull line, 40% bear line, okay? And the rest is the same as any other RSI, 70% to oversold and 30% to 70% to overbought and 30% to oversold. Same setup. I just added these lines in the Pine script in the code so that I literally just did this myself to this RSI so that I can have some visibility as to the positioning of where we currently are. This is also something that I'm going to make available to all Crypstex holders within the Discord. I'm just going to put this in one of those channels and you guys can just forever them. Okay, so now for the upside. All right, we just gave the bears a little bit of hopium right now, and that's all they're going to get. All right, so the upside is going to be the interesting side of this. Oh my goodness, man. And just to remind everybody, hit the like button. Guys, if you're new to the chat, make sure to hit the like button. You're lucky that I haven't been pressuring you for that like. All right, so make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I said already. All right, you guys. So the upside targets I'm looking at this is like $1 million. All right, so good night, guys. Later. All right, so no. Let me give you that upside target now. We're gonna take a Fibonacci ratio, and that's gonna be taken from the swing high to the swing low of the daily candle, and man, always there's that confluence, right? 2.618 at $2.12. SMA 10 located at about $2.07. So, and also hit the dislike button twice. All right, so, to let me know that you really hate it. Light button creates gravitational pull to the bull strength percentile. Sorensen, you couldn't be more right about that, my bro. I'm going to quote that. I'm going to tweet it. I'm going to pin it. I am going to make it my lifestyle. All right, you guys. So the range that I'm going to give you with a box, okay, it's going to be... Lillian, are you telling me no, or are you telling Sorensen no? I hope you're telling Sorensen no, because I don't even know what I said that's gonna offend the people. Don't offend the people, Arca. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely that area that I'm looking at as a take profit. And where are we in percentage? So if you're long already, if you're long tops 138 to my target, you're looking at about 53%. Not too shabby. Let's load up some EMAs and see if we can get a tighter knit on that upside trajectory. Okay, so 1.61. Look at this, man. This is what I mean, okay, you guys? Behavior and geometry at its best right here. The EMA 7 and the 1.618 in direct confluence on the 5-day chart. Man. Okay, so if you're going to do a short, I'm talking about a very short-lived upside scalp momentum trade, definitely consider taking some profit at the 1.618. Okay, so if I can give you a range for that, it would be at the lower side of this candle here that was printed on December 2022. So that's 173 to about, let me see, yeah, 173 to about 176 would be that first resistance zone. And that resistance zone is just going to be a first stop. We can likely come back to test our current highs, which is about $1.53 right after the touch of the 1.618, reaccumulate, and then continue on to the 2.618 or the range between the 2.272 at $2 to $2.12. So I'm just gonna make a secondary take profit zone here. Okay, so we're gonna do it just like this here. Okay, So this is the way I trade, you guys. I do this all the time. I put the resistance ranges, the likely areas where we're about to, make a move to, and they, sometimes tend to happen. And some people say it's all the time because of my crystal ball that I own right next to me. I do not have a crystal ball. Never say that again. All right, you guys. So, I'm not going to talk about the higher targets just yet because I don't want you guys to moon, okay? This is a very good area to take profit. I'm talking about a 50. If you're not already long this, you can literally look at a 58%, a 53% move to the upside because the 30-minute time frame can give you that loading zone, like I said. Okay, so to remind everybody, that loading zone is definitely within 133 to best case scenario, best case hopium for the bears at $1.28 before a massive upside. Okay, so I'm not sure of this mover. I'm not sure if it is. I'm not sure if it actually has a good average true range, but this thing seems to be moving pretty nicely. Man, and another reason is that this is only $1.38 and there's only 2.83 million shares on circulation. So when we have this little amount of shares and this cheap price, you don't have to be a whale to move this to the upside. So all it takes is for just a little bit of sentiment, and this thing will literally rocket to the upside with like 10 grand. Rocket like literally just moved to about $1.46 or something. It's irrelevant, right, you guys? So let's go ahead and now I hope I did answer that correct for you. Okay, so actually, wow, no joke, guys. We actually did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Guys, we covered 10 tickers like over the span of all this, like all night. I don't even know how long we've been going, you guys. So this is pretty much where I'm gonna have the $10, $10,000 could literally do that, man, for real. Banger, you did a great job. Abner Cruz saying, Arca, now that you covered all of those tickers so far, which one you're saying will go tomorrow? Go tomorrow. Why don't we look at that? Let's see. That's a good thing. So I remember, let's see, who was it? Okay. Joe H was talking about RMED, right? So let's just load up RMED one more time and just remind me of exactly what that was, because I think that one. Okay, Lillian. So you remember? Yeah, ATNF. Okay. So Lillian is saying that it was ATNF. Okay, so let's see. Late tomorrow, maybe by the end of the session, RMED will go. But let's see. Stig Vicious, do you guys? Oh, let me just load up ATNF. I remember talking about that being a pretty interesting opportunity. Sorry, ATNF. I had a little bit of whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay. ATNF on the 5-day. I do remember looking at this. Did I say, Lillian, did I really say that this thing was going to go up like immediately? Guys, you know what? We're going to have to actually dim the music just a little bit one more time, because Sebastian Lim is absolutely right. We totally missed ticker symbol wolf. Okay, yeah. You know what? I think that FWBI was the one that was going to run. Let me just look at that real quick, Sebastian. Hold on. So FWBI, I think that was the one that's immediately going to go. And I want to see also the RSI on this, because, yeah, I'm actually curious on this too. I did release that guys, I have to be honest, CLNV is one of those too. CLNV is for sure. My bro, Eric, giving me the good night tip. My brother, thank you so much for the tip. I really appreciate you, my dude. Okay, so FWBI, yeah, that's the one that's gonna go. But please remember that the resistance touches. Okay, please, this one is definitely gonna go early, and the The 30-minute is, okay, the 30-minute is suggesting a reaccumulation, but it's as soon as the hourly chart that it's continuing to the upside. So reaccumulation, wow, and it broke out. Oh my goodness, I didn't notice that. Thank you for actually having me look at this once again. This is really important. We actually broke out of an ascending triangle. So this is one of those formations that have a higher hit rate. Potentially about 75% breakout, 70%, sorry. And I think we already met that target. Very, very interesting. My goodness. Let's see. So let's see if it actually made that upside already. No, it looks like it still has more upside to go. Yeah. Interesting that it would actually lead us right to our resistance zone. Okay, so yeah, it's I don't think this is done yet. Reaccumulation is going to be, this is typical per this setup, okay? If you're looking for a long position within FWBI, consider loading between the range of, I'll give it to you right now. So about 109 to about, let's see. 109 to about 103. Okay, so this is likely going to be an area for us to gain that liquidity, the long position. We can get long right in this area here and then move to the upside. The upside that I was looking for in particular is actually located right. I think it was the 3.618. Wow. Okay, so best case scenario tomorrow, this is going to go to from one that range that I gave you, 109 or 103 to about 195. And that would be the best case though, but start shaving risk starting at the 2.618, 163, and then leave your runners into about 190 or 184, right? Because you don't want to go to 195. Sometimes it doesn't go right to that touch. Not all the time. Okay, so FWBI is a good play. I'm talking about short term, immediate short term. Okay, but other than that, CLNV, ATNF, AVCT, I think, man, yeah, even Lillian's KALA, FWBI, guys, all of those tickers are like potentially going to make some serious green. All right, so yeah, let's look at the last ticker for the day, you guys. We're going to look at ticker symbol WULF for Sebastian Lim. Thank you so much for considering the donation, my friend. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Counselor Diamond Hands, my brother. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, my dude. So please let me know if there's anything I can look into for you as well. I would love to not pick your pocket and actually give you something viable, right? But other than that, if you so feel that you just wanted to donate to me because of this, I really appreciate you nonetheless. Guys, ticker symbol WULF is still following our zones. Okay, so now we did touch on that first resistance, likely where we were talking about. We have converted that 50-day simple moving average into that. Let's see. Yeah, we have converted it into support. So now, if we were going to pull back, I mean, the daily is already suggesting a continuation to the upside pretty nicely. Most of these pullbacks, B, are actually at the early session, potentially pre. If we're gonna face a pullback, the best case scenario pullback would be around 77.93. But let me look at the immediate short term first, and we can, yeah, oof. This is suggesting upside almost immediately. Okay. Ooh, I don't want to look at the 5 minute. Why am I looking at the 5 minute? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so yeah, with this thing, I'm not even sure if I can give you a gap for a downside. There is some sideways trading, and usually, okay, mid-morning, we may find that pullback that I'm talking about to retest. In this case, this is the 50-day simple moving average at about 75 cents, 73 to 75 between the EMA 7 and the SMA 50. This is a zone for loading for long positions. Okay, so take into consideration that range, load here, and then we long. Okay, so please remember that this is the broadening descending wedge that we usually tend to play out with the golden rule of three. We are literally on our way to make that fourth and true breakout test of the fourth test. Okay, so I'm looking at a range within the next days. Look at the SMA 200 in line with that top resistance. So I'm looking at an overall range of about $1.09 from the current 80 cents. Okay, so if we're gonna load at about 75 cents, huge upside thrust over the next few days. But let's look at the buy daily and see if it is suggesting a continuation. Buy daily upside, yeah, 5 day, 3 day, man. Okay, so max, I'm gonna give it max to the 3 day, which is, yeah. So we're gonna look at about a week to get to this overall target here, about $1.09. Okay, so now you have that input. Okay, so this is still looking very healthy, and I wouldn't doubt this play either. My goodness, this is who was asking me? Was it Sorensen? No. Who was asking me if whatever was gonna go as early as tomorrow? Who was asking me that? I'm sorry that I forgot already, you guys. My apologies. There's always just I tend to miss it like that sometimes, you guys. Guys, do you remember who was asking me about what's going to go up tomorrow now that I covered every ticker? I know it was right before Sebastian said if I had time for ticker symbol wolf. Oh, yeah. So, let's see. My goodness. ATNF? Yeah, I didn't cover it. Did I cover it? Let me see. Yeah, I covered ATNF just about like 15 minutes ago. But ATNF, I think I remember this being like a pretty gnarly play, man. And are you already long this, or are you looking for entry? Because I think I went over that too. No, it's okay, bro. No, it's definitely not a problem. I think ATNF was the one that was gonna go like off immediately. Yes, ATNF is looking like it's not even gonna pause. But let's see. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Yeah, ATNF is gonna continue to the upside. There's not gonna be maybe in the mid session there could be a pullback, and that pullback can actually be to about, I would give you a range between about 369 to, yeah, our moving, okay. I don't tend to look at weighted moving averages too much, but this is the 30-day WMA, and this is 344. So if we can make that loading zone happen, it would be between 345 and 368. 369 actually to 345. Okay, so that could be a good loading zone for a long position, and this thing is actually still going to rip. ATNF is suggesting upside for multiple days. So I think that's still looking pretty good, Eric. Oof, my goodness. Peter, I have not discussed GTII, but GTII is actually a video that I did release, and I just to put it in quick for you, just to put it in like just real fast. I'm gonna just condense it for you real fast. GTII is looking for a test of about 80 cents, and I'm not sure if this is actually going to happen, but the reason I'm saying 80 is because the SMA 200 is located right there. Okay, and now the more likely test that we can face is absolutely 91 cents because of the 2-spot 618 being such a psychological thing. Okay, definitely watch out for that in GTII. I did say yesterday that we were going to look at 96 or 95 cents on the video that I released. It reached to 98, but that's a fake out. This is not going to continue up. I do see it needing to resolve right around this area. Okay, so definitely be careful for this. We need to make sure that this can bounce here first before a continuation onto the upside. Eric P, do you speak Spanish for real? Like, do you speak Spanish fluently? And I'm asking because I'm a fluent Spanish speaker. I'm talking about with accent and everything, my dude. Peter, I'm happy to help, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it was Banger? Banger was the one that asked me to look for the tickers that we're absolutely going to run tomorrow. It doesn't matter anymore, you guys. But, yeah, things are looking really good here, man. Oh, my goodness. You guys, I can't express to you how thankful I am to have so many viewers already all the way to the end of this session, you guys. This is, oh, Abner, that was right. I remember it was you, my bro. So, yeah, man, there's some really good plays loaded right now. That other one that I just talked about was Wolf. This is another one that's going to do it, bro. I hope you did catch what I talked about there, but that's literally another one that's going to take off potentially tomorrow. And, you know, of course, please take whatever I do say and show within these videos. It's just a form of entertainment, you guys. I don't typically, yeah, so many tickers for the new year, right? And that's why when people ask me, so what did you say yesterday about this ticker? I'm like, you guys, I don't remember nothing. I've been looking at 700 tickers. I don't know where we're going. Oh my goodness. Let's crush the MMs, Banger says. That's right. Angel Eyes, always a pleasure to have you here, mama. Thank you so much for stopping by. I love that you stop by all the time and show support. Eric Powerlifter, what's up, man? Not a financial advisor, entertainment advisor. Oh man, you guys, but I do appreciate all of the donations, you guys. I can't tell you how much that means to me. Moderators, I love you all so much for taking care of the community. Samantha Hound, Cal, Mrs. Cal, Mrs. L. WV, have a good night, man. Abner Cruz, you're very welcome. And yes, please, like I said, like we discussed, please send over that the DMs and we'll discuss further into that. Lillian, this is the most you've ever talked to me in your life. Thank you so much for reaching out to me, and I really appreciate your donation. I'm happy to help always, you know. And Peter, I love that you stopped by. Cryptic Trader, ¿qué piensas, hombre? ¿Que no sabemos español? Claro que, ¿cómo que no manches, güey? Por favor, no manches. Joe H, you're still in the chat. Love you, buddy. Have a good night. Please be safe out there, okay, you guys? Make wise decisions. Do not FOMO into anything, okay, you guys? Sorrison saying good night. Samantha saying thank you. Banger saying merci beaucoup. Oh my goodness. Mark Roche, sleep well. Good night to you and your little boy. My bro, we will be falling asleep potentially by 4 a.m. this morning because of the messed up schedule. It's all good though. No problem here. Peter says, claro que sí. Buenas noches. Buenas noches, mi amigo. Cuídese. And all right, you guys, so with that said, I wish you all a very good night. And wait, Cryptic Trader saying, oh, is that in, I actually don't understand French. Or you, I'm saying French because you're saying a bad word, man. Me fregué con el GTII, right? So he's saying I got screwed on GTII. Man, I don't want to hear that, my bro. All right, you guys. So now this is where I'm going to officially call it, you guys. I wish you well. I wish you a very good night. And I will catch you at the bell mañana. Okay, you guys? Adios.